All right, everyone, welcome back to the fourth day of the Standoff 2 Minor by Infinix. Now, we will have two best of twos once again today. Many exciting matches coming up. Many exciting things. We're finally getting to the mid to the end range of the group stage. So, things are getting more tense. Everyone is fighting for those points. But before we begin, as always, I am Twist, and today, again, I'm joined here by DB. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing absolutely epic. And it all depends on what these teams do today.
That's true. I hope they do at least some good clips like we saw yesterday. Like yesterday, in terms of just like pure raw clips, I feel like was the best, right? Like we saw that crazy 1v5 by Flaffy.
Yeah,
we saw some other 1v3s and 1v2s. Yeah, it was just really fun to watch. So we'll see what we get today. I mean, it depends. Technically, the clip should be even better because we're going to see, like, on paper, better teams, right? Like, the first match, I believe, is going to be Revile versus Saints at 2:15. This is CET, not Moscow time. I said Moscow time yesterday. It is CET, Central European Time Zone. That's the first game. It should start in, well, around 15 minutes. And then the second one is going to be HorizoN versus Luxury Esports. So some exciting teams. We saw Luxury playing yesterday. They actually beat out Lycoris. So these are the kind of the four best teams so far in the group stage in terms of points and their overall performance, and that's what they're playing today. So the first one, it's like a clash of legends, like Revile versus Saints. I've seen many people in the chat say, like, root for Saints, or generally just say that, like, Saints are very good. And then I've seen the same for Revile. I mean, there is a case to be made for that, right? Like, Revile, they won the LAN, so obviously they are good. So here we can see the group. So Revile Gaming, Saints, Absolute, and DeathOrGlory. So far, Revile have, I believe, 1 victory. Saints have 1, then Absolute have 0, and DeathOrGlory also have 0. Then on the other side of things, on Group B, we also have some teams that definitely have a chance to, fight and get to the finals. So far in the tournament, there's like 3-4 like teams that look like they could go to the finals, perhaps even win it. And then the rest is like, they're good, but it seems like they just don't have that extra punching power to take it over the edge. We've seen many comebacks where the weaker team is actually in front, and it seems like, oh, they might be able to do it, and then, they just can't close out.
Yeah, they get that one pure moment of, oh my God, we can take this. And then that one little mistake, that one crucial moment in the match ruins everything.
Yeah, there definitely are some points where you just completely get tilted and can't do anything. But I mean, you got to get over them. You got to get over them, especially if you want to take a chance at this prize pool. This is the prize pool for the minor. As we can see, there are 4 different prizes for different places, 4 different placements. The first place will take home 240,000 rubles. That's a lot of money. But also, the last place, the 4th place, takes home 40,000 rubles. So with half of the teams competing, having a chance to actually get the prize, like there's 8 teams competing, there's 4 different prize placements. I think it's fair to say that, like, even if you are not the favorite, you're not Revile, you're not Saints, you're not HorizoN, and it's maybe even your first minor, I think still there's a reason for you to fight, because again, you have quite a big possibility to actually take home the at least the 4th place prize, maybe even fight for the 3rd place.
And that 4th place is more of a morale booster than anything in this case. It being the first official NA tournament.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
broadcast NA.
Oftentimes, like just getting on the kind of the winner sheet is better than nothing. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I feel like the worst place to always finish on is the second, right? Like, it's the third place is like nice because we kind of got in the top three. The first place is obviously that's everything, and the fourth place again, as you mentioned, it's like like a consolidation prize. But the second place, even though the prize is the prize pool is good and you do get like good money for getting second, I still feel like it would just be like not the best. It's like we could have won first. And yeah, so far, like from what we've seen, like from previous performances, from what we've seen in this tournament so far, I'd say we have three heavy favorites. That being Revile Gaming, HorizoN, and then also Saints. So these teams really have like had an established reputation in 2022, 2021. They definitely have their accolades and just other achievements under their belt. And the rest of the teams, the rest of the five teams that we have, they are up there, but they're not like tier one yet. They're like semi tier one. They're like tier 1.5. So this is a perfect chance for them to actually try and get that tier one, and actually show that we can wrestle with the giants, and perhaps we can even take them down.
Yeah, this is one of those. If you can beat the big names, it would be great going forward. Or in last night's case, yesterday's case, if you can hold your own and almost beat them, that's just as good as just winning. Because if you can go to town, and say, hey, go into town and say, hey, I went toe to toe with the best team in the world on Standoff 2. That was just some major bragging rights.
I mean, yeah, one thing is bragging rights, but also like if you can do it, well, that really gives you like an internal confidence boost, because it's like, well, if we did it once, we can definitely do it again. Like oftentimes, doing it for the first time is the hardest step, and once you actually do it, it's like, well, yeah, it's probably not going to be like a walk in the park, but still, I know in my head that I've already done it once. So it's way more possible in your head that you can do it again. So yeah, most definitely, like that fourth place is definitely something worth fighting for. And again, maybe the prize pool, if you look at the first place, like, oh my god, they have 6 times more the money, but you definitely should fight for at least that fourth place. So we're gonna see which team is actually able to do it. And well, what better way to start than the clash of the two giants here? Revile Gaming, a team that needs no introduction, against Saints, also an amazingly good team in Standoff 2. So we will see how it goes. Please, Standoff. No Standoff. Sandstone, my bad. Sandstone is getting no love. Sandstone is getting absolutely no love, guys. We haven't seen a single Sandstone game so far. What we have seen is just Zone 9, Zone 9, Zone 9s after Zone 9. Every single best of 2, we see a Zone 9. I mean, I'm not complaining. I think the map is great. But it's like, maybe just one best of 2. We could switch it out for Sandstone. I wouldn't complain. I don't know, chat. Let me know. Maybe you would, but personally, I want to see a little bit of diversity. Seems like, yes, Sandstone and Breeze are really just getting banned almost every single time. We saw Breeze.
It does seem like it.
Yeah, we saw Breeze once with A-Master, but I think that was pretty much it. Sandstone, no love at all. And then, Rust sometimes being played, and then Sakura and Zone 9. Zone 9 is just the crowd favorite every single time.
Kind of iffy.
Yeah. So we'll start on Sakura. Yesterday we started on Zone 9 many times. Personally, I like Zone 9 as the finisher, as it's going to be in the first best of 2. I think it's a map where things get closer than perhaps on Sakura. We've seen more upsets on Sakura. We've seen more games where one team just takes it like 5-6 rounds ahead and wins it on Sakura than we've seen on Zone 9. Zone 9 always seems to like just go like toe to toe. It's like 8-8, 7-7, 9-9. It's just like very close. So personally, I like it as like the finishing map because it's more fun. But then again, since it's a best of 2 and it's off of round balance, if one team really accelerates on Sakura, even though the Zone 9 game might be close, we kind of already know the winner, halfway through, because one team is simply winning off of round balance.
Yeah, the whole concept of winning off a round balance must play heavily on the actual gameplay of most of these teams, because they don't actually got to come out victorious as long as they get at least a good spread. And these 10-9s that we have come very close to getting a lot of are playing major roles.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we'll really have to see how it goes in the first game. Like, again, both of these teams don't need any introduction here. Like Revile, they're LAN winners. Everyone knows who RGG is. We see so many Ergaga RGG and spammed in chat. And Saints, I mean, maybe they don't have, those accolades yet. Maybe they're not, like the LAN winners, but they definitely have an established reputation of consistently taking those top 3 spots. So, what better way to find out than to actually head into the first game? Sakura, Revile Gaming versus Saints. Here we go. This is the pistol. Revile starting on the CD side. So, things are going to be a little bit easier for them at the start. But I mean, you got to be able to push through, throughout the whole game. So, we'll see how that goes. You can see Gentleman trying to see some openers here. But Saints taking a very slow approach to this pistol round. Almost 20 seconds tick down the clock. And they haven't even like tried to enter a single bomb site. Normally we see in pistol rounds just one team rushing in, 5-man tank, stacking one side. But here, they're just taking the slow approach.
Yeah, it looks like they might be going for the drain. Yeah, drain on the clock. But they can't wait a whole lot of actual time on that. They have to get at least try to see where Saints, Revile has set up their line of defense. And we might be seeing it from Sid.
I mean, they are setting it in the right direction, right? Like, we have 3 Revile Gaming players towards that B side of things. I mean, one is kind of towards mid, but Saints are going B, so those A defenders are probably going to rotate in sometime soon, and, well, they should, because Saints, they are on the execute. 3 people are going to push on the B side of things, probably a smoke to, plant the bomb in the smoke, so it's easier to do that. They're already on the side. The bomb is going down, so we're looking at a 5v5 retake here. Oh, this is going to be hard for a while. They should have at least denied 1 player here. Now they have to find 5 heads, and they have to do it quickly. 30 seconds left on the clock. That's not much time to play around with.
Not much.
And they're just going for the defuse. Oh, that is so smart. Revile. They are not actually
smart.
Never mind. They do defuse the bomb. What is happening here? That's such a smart play. 5v5. And they're just like, no, we're not going to find the 5 heads. We're not going to go for that. We're just going to throw down the smoke, jump in the smoke,
and
just
comes
defuse.
The first promo code.
And just stick it. And yeah, here, you can stick this in your game. Just, screenshot it, write it down, whatever. You get a free skin if you're quick enough. Again, have a second device open, or, just be quick. And you'll be able to get a free skin there. But yeah, what a round. What a way to open up this game.
That was unexpected. I did not expect, Revile to back off as much as they did. It looked to me like they almost abandoned B.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was so smart to defuse in the smoke, but then also have your other teammates, have the other defenders, like, defend and, make sure that the smoke doesn't get spammed, that you have to shoot them before they can shoot the diffuser. So, Revile picking up the second, I mean, as they should, like, they have the superior weapons, they have the M4s, they have the MP7s. Saints, they don't really have anything, they, just Star Foxy on AK now, but this is the 3rd round, so it's going to be interesting to see how the first actual rifle round goes. It's always like not even a stark contrast, it's just always like a bit different, The pistols and the ecos might go one way, and then as soon as both teams have rifles, things just completely switch up.
I am a little curious if Revile is going to get a couple more wins, or can Saints come back? Because usually we don't see many people go past 2 right at the start here.
Yeah, usually like both teams try to kind of stay close together. Obviously, whatever team you're playing on, if the other team starts racking up rounds, you don't want to allow that to continue to happen. So, yeah, Saints definitely looking for an opener here, but I mean, they have to deal with Revile Gaming on the other side. They could not have asked for a worse opponent, to be up against in this situation, because Revile, again, team that needs no introduction. So, we have Saints looking for openers. The bomb is dropped, and I mean, this is exactly what they need. Sid finds a clean headshot there on AP, and they might rotate towards that B side of things. The bomb is still dropped towards there, and there's only one defender on B side. He goes down. This is pretty much over for a while. I mean, the two A-side defenders are trying to rotate over slowly, but they have so many angles to check there. And by the time they do that, the bomb will most likely already be planted. So perhaps a save call already coming
Yeah,
into the
I
works. Seem
assume
like
save.
they are retreating away from the bomb site.
Yeah, I'd assume a save would come in handy right now.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, look at the cash. There's like $200 on both players. It's like, well, we're probably not gonna go for this one. You know, we know we're good. We know that we play under the name of Revile Gaming, but at the same time, like, it's just smarter.
Yeah, it'd probably be a stupid decision to lose your rifles.
Yeah,
But then
definitely.
again,
Especially,
we're not professionals, so we don't understand the whole concept of the 2 could beat the 4. We've seen it yesterday.
I mean, I feel like in these kind of situations, it's just like an odds game, it's like a percentages game, and for them, you know, it's probably like 20-80 that they're gonna clutch, and they don't want to take the 20% chance and then, you know, have a way worse chance in the next round to win. It's just like mathematically, I think, a smarter decision to just, you know, cool off, take this game, take this round off, and then in the next one they have an equal chance to fight back. Because look at that, they're all able to buy up now. Franzi's might actually be a half buy here. Seems like he only has $400. So, oh, an MP7 is coming in. I guess it was dropped on the ground. So Revile Gaming, I mean, almost a perfect buy. The util is there, the Kevlar is there, the diffuse kits are there. But yeah, Francis unfortunately only with the SMG. But I mean, we've seen that SMG coming to play big time yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. Sid almost goes down, but I think connects some damage as well. And on the other side of the map, Francis, this is exactly what you do with that MP7. Gets one, maybe even a double there. Yeah, he's just doing damage here again with that MP7, man. Maybe he just, you know, should stay with MP7. What's the point of buying a rifle? You can just get triple. Skill comes in with one on Foxy. And I mean, Deserve, he does have the superior weapon compared to Francis.
And then the moment he picks up a different weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did I was looking on the actual player list here. The moment I saw that, Brett, yeah, the tab changed to a rifle, there was no more Franz on there.
Yeah, it was his demise. He should have stayed with what made him famous, and for not famous, but like, you know, what made it work in the first place.
Yeah,
Sid,
that whole thing.
Sid, he is gonna look for some openers here. The bomb again. I like how they're dropping the bomb in pretty much spawn, so they're not overcommitting to any bomb site early, right? Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's smart to just rush in all together and, you know, just try to make it work, but I feel like oftentimes it's just smart to lay off, you know, cool off a little bit, see which bomb site you can actually find some openers on, and then you can take the bomb. Because if you don't do this, then you risk losing the bomb, and well, the CD players knowing where the bomb is just so much easier to play the round.
Yeah.
Because if the bomb is down, you can literally call all of your CT teammates to the bomb, and, you know, you can defend it together. You don't need to watch the bomb sites anymore, you just need to defend the bomb. That way you will win the round, so...
Or even go for a bait and switch. Try to have 1 or 2 teammates over, say, on A. Try to lure the entire other team. And then rush over to B. To plant the bomb. In these type of situations, that would probably be best. But... considering this is Revile here, they probably won't for it all that often.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, but I think against Revile, you can't really play any. Like, you can probably do some tricks, but like it's Revile. Like they've seen their fair share of tricks. So yeah, we'll see if anything cool like that comes in. What was that? Deserve. He gets a kill on AP, but Lunax, he just gets a kill on Deserve, and he was jumping there, I think. So that's absolutely insane that he's able to connect the shots there. But actually the bomb goes down, so Saints, they are not letting Revile get too far ahead here. The bomb goes down to 3v4. Now granted, some players on Saints are low, but some time has ticked off the bomb already, and Gentlemen finding do, this should be the final nail in the coffin for the odds to win this round on Revile's side. I mean, They are still going for it. They're very close to the bomb. I guess this time the save is not coming in as Lunax has a better money situation. But skill, he does not have a better position to find those kills. He does find one, but Sid, very, very smart backstab there. Just coming in from behind, making sure that skill can't really take any more of those rifles home. So
Yeah,
Saints, they're
definitely the
good.
best
They're
option.
looking good. They're getting the second round here and Revile. I mean, they're also doing good. I feel like this is a very close game so far.
Yeah, so far this is turning out to be a very interesting game. We haven't seen a whole lot of what I call blitzkrieg tactics. Not the whole concept of lining up, but just a single player running to a drop. Yeah, I'm just going to call it a drop zone, either B or A, and just making a whole lot of noise. Which I wouldn't expect from this level of play, but I've noticed it is a very viable strategy to at least distract and maybe even lure a couple of players. Maybe even open a hole in their defense.
Oh, most definitely. Like, oftentimes these kind of one-off plays just work. The thing is, can you find enough of those to actually win the game? Because they're great for winning rounds, but you know, sometimes you just need to play the standard and just execute on the standard better. And it seems like this round, I mean, Saints are just playing very slowly here. They might have an idea that Revile has gone eco, but I'm not sure if that has crossed their minds because, well, Revile has really good money. They just simply thought it's better to go eco here so that their economy is not completely broken if they win this round. So it's not, again, not a decision they want to make, but a pretty smart one. Now, granted, Saints, they will know that Revile are eco as soon as they hear or see the first opponent because, you know, as soon as you see that deagle, you're like, okay, so they're eco, or at least one player is. But I mean, it doesn't matter, it seems like, because Inverness is half HP and his teammate is down already. That deagle is doing heavy lifting, heavy damage this round. Inverness, he might need to get out of this open area here very quickly because he's getting overwhelmed from many different sides here. Oh, what is that, Inverness?
Nice wall bang.
He just goes for the perfect wallbang at the perfect time, gets a crazy headshot there. So now 2v3 situations. Crazy how Revile can take the round so far here. Lunax will have to do a lot here. He does spot another player, one already to his name. The clock is ticking, but now Revile, they're just able to do this. How? They had only these deagles. They have 3 players left alive with only pistols to start off the round. That is absolutely crazy. Once again, those like lesser weapons actually come in and just clutch it out completely. So Revile are gonna go up on 4. Hope we see that crazy wallbang.
Oh, yeah, that was sneaky.
Yeah, he was just spamming through there. But then Inverness here, I mean, definitely the style kill of the round. But Revile, they don't need style. They just need to find those heads, and that's exactly what they do. So yeah, Revile on 4, and now Saints' economy is pretty broken if they lose this one. Definitely their morale is broken. I mean, they lost a force buy with only deagles on the other side.
Yeah, it's got to be a big hit to the morale to lose all your rifles to deagles. But in all honesty, the deagle is my favorite pistol of all time in any game.
Yeah,
I've always noticed a couple of different things from them, and in most games, I've always loved the skins they give them.
I mean, I just like it for the fact that it's like a pocket sniper, right? Like it's one shot. If you can find the head, granted it's not the easiest thing to do, but if you can find the head, it just looks so satisfying, it feels so satisfying, and it's one shot. So I really like that. Dude, though, he is just gonna get an absolutely mad kill there on Star Foxy. Flicks a little bit, gets a frag, and oh, that wallbang comes surprisingly close. Sid is low, so Saints, they might not even have a chance to get on the bomb site here. I mean, they are trying to slowly, but Dude is doing such a good job here of just holding off opposition and getting some damage in. Here we can see those wallbangs coming in. This Sakura is a map where you can wallbang pretty much anything. So if you can find a spot where to do that, I mean, you're gonna go big. We saw in Inverness last round just get an absolutely crazy wallbang headshot. And I mean, we're looking to do that again. Sid, quite an interesting position there. Not sure if you can actually wallbang that. Inverness looking to get that headshot spam once again.
Yeah,
but the bomb is
where
down.
the developers come into play, and on these designs, like this one right here, Oh, Franz with a double right there on Deserve and Sid. But these designs, like the paper-thin walls, do you give them penetration? And it looks like Franz actually went down by the bomb.
Yes, the Saints, they're going to be up on 3. I mean, they are doing a good job of just holding on here, not letting Revile get too far ahead. Franz, yeah, once again, getting a pretty nice wallbang there, and then to finish off another one. So, a nice double. Definitely style points coming in for Revile, but I mean, round points coming in for Saints. They are up to 3, and yeah, that round just looked like it's not even going to, you know, I said they're not even going to get on the bomb side. It was a 4v5 with 2 of their players low, but somehow they're able to complete the plant and actually defend it. So yeah, mad scenes here in the 4th day of Standoff 2 Minor. I mean, these are technically the 2 best teams. Perhaps we can also count in HorizoN in the picture. So it's very, very fun to see them battle it out so early in this day. Because as we can see from the score so far, you can't really separate them. At least for now, you can't really put one of these teams above the other because, well, they're both just so good at doing what they do. Getting grounds, getting headshots, and I mean, that's exactly what Skill does. With that AWM, I am happy to see that here. Finally, we get some AWM action. We've seen pretty much no sniper play in the previous few days. You know, we saw it maybe getting brought out in a few secluded rounds. But Skill, I like seeing that, and it seems like every time that they bring out the sniper, it actually works. It just completely surprises the opposition here. AP here, oh, he tries to hide behind that wooden thing there, but he's just not able to. And Skill, there you go, the AWM. Oh no, he goes down. As soon as you spectate him, the observer's curse.
Trying to do a tactical retreat.
They actually want to take that. They want to retreat that sniper rifle. That's what they're trying to retreat. But Zerv, he wanted to say something different there, but Do is able to connect the headshot and does get the AWM. So it is getting brought over to the next round, which makes sense. I mean, it costs a lot of money. It's more than $4,000. So, you know, if someone has it and someone wants to use it the next round, it just makes so much sense to retrieve it and drop it over. So finally, for the first time
looks like he gave it back to Skill.
Yeah, finally we see that AWM, you know, being used in 2 consecutive rounds. And Skill, I mean, he is definitely a man for the job.
Right there is where good teammates come into play. They save your weapon for you.
Yep, that's what you need teammates for. I mean, this is a team play game. This is a team game, you know. Like, you can do some crazy stuff individually, but ultimately, sometimes you're not going to have the money to, for example, buy the sniper or do some other things, and that's exactly where having your teammates in the voice call come in. Seems like AP, he was just looking the wrong direction here, trying to spot someone, but wasn't ready for Sid. But Sid does get refragged, so once again, 2 equal playing grounds here. Ooh, and that's a big headshot from Du. He's been so deadly with that scoped AR there. Just like playing around corners, finding kills.
Yeah, these games, I've noticed, all comes down to who sees who first and where is your reticle pointed.
Yep, I mean, timing
like
plays
right
a big
there.
role. Timing
Inverse was pointed the wrong direction.
And Franz, he's going to connect another one. So Gentleman goes down. Franz is definitely, wouldn't say MVP yet. You know, maybe he needs to find that last kill to really, for me to give that title to him. But definitely a big round coming in from him. The bomb is down. There's pretty much nothing that Deserve can do here. I think a save call would be the best. Even though he only has that FAL, which is not the best thing to save. He also has $0 to his name, so, you know, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, he either should save the weapon he has or try to get something off an ally. But considering I think all the bodies are... Well, never mind now. We're actually in B, or near B.
Look at this. Sid just peeks out and takes down a AP. That was a good play there. And Franz's, yeah, this gets this one. That's kind of a freebie, but at the same time, you know, it comes down to timing, and he just had a better both placement in the map and also timing. And then this last kill here, just to finish off this crazy streak in this round, a clean headshot. And so that's going to be Revile on 6. They are slowly starting to accelerate forward here. We can see on the scoreboard, Franzi's so far the only one with double digits on Revile, but I honestly I'd say like everyone is playing well. Like there isn't one player that's just having a bad game. It seems like everyone is just, up there in terms of what they need to do to actually win these rounds. Now, Saints, they are on the CD side, so they have to, they have to start doing something quickly. I mean, we're going to have the side switch, I believe, after this round. And if they're not even able to find this or not even able to find a pistol, like it's just going to be so hard for them to come back and do anything in this game.
Yeah, unless Saints can pick it up at the switch, there might not be an opportunity. Because we've seen Revile just dominate.
I mean, Revile, technically on paper, they are the better team. Like they are the team that has, so many of these different games where they just completely demolish their opponents. So it does make sense that, they are in front here. But what surprises me is that Saints, I expected a little bit more from them. Again, this is just the early stages of the game here. Like this is still only the pistol, but well, I guess with pistol they will start because they are getting those frags. They are getting at least something here. So that's big because if they win the pistol here, which I mean, unless Do does another 1v5, like we saw from, Do is no Flaffy. Flaffy is so far in the tournament the only man to be able to connect and finish off the 1v5 clutch. So
yeah, he's gonna go down in history.
No, for sure. At least in this tournament's history, that was absolutely insane scenes what we saw from Flaffy yesterday. But yeah, dude, he's probably gonna try to at least plant the bomb, to get some extra cash.
He wanted to at least.
Team. Yeah, but that dream dies as well. Like they just get shut down. So yeah, nothing for him. And I mean, Revile, that's not how they wanted to open up this second half of things because, well, Saints most likely will get this round as well. And then it's almost back to equal playing grounds here. And you can see Sid going absolutely insane there with that USP headshot. And that's one of the reasons why Saints definitely won the pistol.
Yeah, these teams are going at it just as much as I was expecting. But I was just really hoping for some more doubles and triples.
I mean, we might see some of that in the second half. Also, like, Sakura is a very long-range map, so, the closer the range, the more those flashy plays come in, like we saw in the zone. But it seems like Saints, they're just gonna keep fighting, and I mean, it works for them pretty well. They have 2 kills already. AP, Franzi's, and Skill are bought up. That's interesting to note. Normally, when you lose a pistol, you go either full eco or just, some Desert Eagles, some FSs. But here, they have bought up, and I mean, it has worked in their favor somewhat. That was a smart play by Franzi's to just keep his head down, so, he doesn't go down.
Landed a grenade at his feet.
Yeah, but, with that nade coming into play, it's going to be hard to do anything here. The fuse coming in and 2 players are smoked off. That's a smart decision there by Revile. An interesting round. Definitely an interesting choice to buy those weapons there. I mean, the FAL and the MP5, they're good, but are they good enough to win against rifles? Most of the time, they're not. But at least they're able to save 2 of them because, well, the rest of the team is definitely not in the ideal situation in terms of money. So, they need them. They definitely need them. They do get the plant, which, brings in some cash bonus for the whole team. But yeah, Revile, they were maybe a little bit overconfident there going for the buy because now that's going to affect their economy for at least this round and the next one.
Yeah, this is starting to get more interesting because there might be some more eco rounds in the almost immediate future I see for Starfight. Yeah, Foxy.
Yep, most definitely. I mean, Franzi's an AP. The AP is on the default gun. He's on the Glock, and then Franzi's is on the Desert Eagle and Skill as well. So, yeah, this is not ideal. Revile taking the gamble, losing it, and now taking their punishment, which is an extended eco here, and that gives Saints the advantage to come back. Revile were ahead 6-3, but here, I mean, this should be a 6-6 scoreline unless Revile are able to pull something crazy off. We know that they're good, and they're moving towards that ace side of things. So there's 2 defenders there, 2 on B, so it doesn't really matter where they go. What does matter is where the Zerv goes, because the Zerv plays on rotations. He's kind of that rotation player that goes either A or B, depending on where the action sounds like it's going on the T side of things. And actually, this is the perfect moment to hit A, because the Zerv has rotated over, so they're going to be able to perhaps even plant here. No, Star Foxy does deny the plant, although Franzi's... Yeah, Franzi's is able to finally complete it, and so they're playing on retakes once again. Saints versus Revile, 4v5. Franzi's trying to get away from the damage, but kills are just coming in from Saints, and they might be able to do what they did last round, just, you know, throw some smokes, get them off the angles, or just kill all of them, you know, that works as well. So
a very viable option, apparently.
Yeah, like if you can just click heads quicker than the opposite team, I mean, you don't need any strats. You literally don't need any strats. You have just one player who's able to click 5 heads every single round. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately I should say, with no assistance, that is not quite possible. So you need some kind of strats, which, I mean, both teams got plenty of. And there you go, the AWM. We see the AWM once again. This time on the T side. That's going to be interesting to see. Normally you use the sniper rifle on the CD side of things, just because you can, you know, hold angles with it. On T side it's harder because you have to actually peek angles, and clearing angles with an AWM is not ideal. It's definitely way easier with the rifle, but I mean, this guy's name is literally skill. I'm sure he has, you know, there's a reason for it. He definitely has some kind of skill to use the AWM on the T side like he is right here.
I would hope. I would really hope he did have at least some skill, because he's actually the only one I've seen so far use the sniper, or a sniper.
Yeah, I mean, we should expect to see at least one kill with that sniper rifle there. Normally, like, it's just so hard to use it on the T side that most players, if they do, they kind of go for a gimmicky play where they just hold an angle. Like, they play the T side like they would play a CD side, where they just pick an angle, hold it, and hope that, you know, the CTs overaggress.
Star Foxy just got taken out.
Yeah, or you can just do that. You can just open up, you can just entry frag with AWM. Why not? I mean, your name is skill after all. Duo is gonna find another one on Inverness. So Revile, as soon as they get the first actual rifle round, not like a force buy, they're just able to put these rounds together. They're going A. The A side is almost open. The only one to contend on it is actually Gentleman. He might be a little bit too late there. Oh, he actually does get two. That's big from Gentleman. That is very big.
Nice assist from Inverness.
Yeah, I mean, AP, he is able to find Sid, but the side was pretty much open for business. And now, even though it is, once again, they are close. Like, Saints players are close. Their location's probably known because of that boost. You know, they probably heard it. But the Zerv comes in with a scope kill. Oh, that is close. He might be able to find another one there. But they do need to clear 2 more players before defusing, or at least, you know, try to go for a ninja. And Skill, he does come in again with that AWM. He's just so good with it. He's the only player we've really seen play with it, but he is good with it. But Zerv is not aware of AP's positioning. AP, very smart play there. He went around the world there to complete the backstab, and I mean, it works out in their favor. Revile, around that maybe got a little bit too close. I mean, it was 3 to 5 after all, with them almost being on side, but I mean, Gentleman with a huge play, but not huge enough there to guarantee Saints the victory of that round.
Yeah, these matches so far have been upset after upset. When you think somebody's not going to get a kill, there's skill with 2 kills.
Skill with 2 kills at least sounds better than 3 kills, so I'm happy. I'm glad that he went for a double there. Do we see the AWM once again? No, we do not. So Skill?
Perhaps switch up strategy.
Yeah, either that or, you know, he didn't have that much money, so probably thought, you know what, it's probably better to just buy a rifle, so in case we lose this round, I can buy again next round, rather than going for the AWM, where, you know, if they lose round, he's probably going to have to go eco next one. So, I don't know, could be many different reasons for that choice of buys there, but I mean, we'll see if Revile needed, because so far, at least in the rifle rounds on T side, they're looking solid here. Now, it seems like the A side of things is once again the point of contention. Many players moving towards there. Revile kind of has a different strategy with the bomb. Like, Sane just dropped it in spawn and tried to scout for options. But here it seems like, Revile are more like more determined with the bomb. They're more secure.
Curious what Skill's up to.
Where is he on the map? Let me see. Oh, I think he's just going for the backstab play here. He might be able to backstab Star Foxy. I mean, Star Foxy does hear some info. Gentleman is getting naded. Oh, but actually, the other way around. Star Foxy goes for the backstab there. AP goes down, and skill goes down as well. The backstab did not work, but what did
Franzi
work
with a double for
is
Gentleman and
Franzi.
Sid.
Yeah, with a double kill there. That's big. 2v3 though, so not a lot of time on the clock. Franzi's, he just keeps on going. He's looking for the ace here. He gets a triple. The bomb site is open. Now, is there enough time to actually clear it? That's the question. Seems like there is. Smoke is coming in. Franzi's almost goes down, but he's still looking for the ace. He is hungry. He can smell the blood in the water. It's soaking in
He tried to do a tactical retreat and failed.
Yeah, and he gets refragged out there, so... Oh,
But at least Inverse has come back, though. We got the defuse.
It's gonna be 7 for Saints. All back to equal playing grounds here.
Yeah, I am actually really happy that all these games so far have not been absolute shutouts.
I mean, this one I would kind of expect that it would get close, you know, because it's just like two best teams in the world pretty much, or, you know, two teams that are kind of in the top 3 of things. And I mean, it's definitely fun to see. Like, this is what you should and should want to expect to see if you're watching them. So far so good. Again, the second game is going to be on Zone 9, so that's a map where normally things also get really close and really intense. So we will see if you know how that one goes.
It should be very entertaining if it is. Well, I'm hoping yesterday's match has anything to do with it. The whole concept of Flaffy with that team wipe was extremely interesting.
Yeah, you kind of do get those unicorn rounds sometimes, right? Like where just one player just completely gets into the zone, gets in the flow, and he can just, you know, wipe out the entire opposite team. So we're definitely hoping to see clips like that again today. You know, or at least tomorrow, or in general, you know, you always love to see like 1v5s, 1v3s, stuff like that. Even that crazy quad nade that we saw.
Yeah, for us casters, those scenes, the 1v5s, the grenade walls, teams just rushing, are very fun to talk about. For, as you can see, many more games.
Ooh, they might have been able to hear that. I mean, Franzi's and then the Saints player, not sure which one it was. They were like a meter away, only a wall separating them. So in that kind of situation where everything is wall bangable, if one player hears the other, it's over. Then he's just gonna get spammed through the wall most likely. So that was an interesting situation to find yourself in. Now, he is looking to open up that A long area once again. Seems like it's been a great way how to contest and enter the A site. Unless someone backstabs you, but I mean, that only happened once. But it seems like Revile, they're not too sure where to go. And when you're not too sure, someone who is going to take you down. Star Foxy there takes down AP. So Revile, they're letting Saints pull ahead here. Like, they equalize this. They're ahead, then they equalize the scoreline again. But Saints, they're just finding their way back into the game again and again and again. They were down 0-3 when the game first started. So
yeah,
Saints,
these games have been like this throughout this tournament so far. Nobody's gotten past, I think, what was the highest? 4? 5?
I mean, we've seen like 1 or 2 games where the scoreline is like 5-9 or something like that, but the other team always seems to be able to pull back. So it's great to see that it's this close and this competitive. I mean, that just means that, you know, all of these teams deserve a chance at the finals and at the ultimate first place. But what you deserve a chance at, if you're quick enough, is a free skin. So here's a promo code. Go and type it into the game. You know, be quick, because again, this is limited edition. Like, not everyone is gonna get it, only the quickest ones. But I mean, yeah, screenshot it, write it down, something like that, and you should be able to at least get a chance at getting a skin. I believe 2 days ago it was G22 Carbon. Go and see what skin it is today. What Revile need to see, though, is how they can find a way back into this game, because Saints are one point away. They're on match point here, so you know, if Revile don't play the perfect game here, if they don't string together 3 perfect rounds in a row, Saints are gonna win the first map. And I mean, Revile, even though it has been close, Saints have been able to pull ahead here, but not for too long, maybe. Franzies.
Franz with that wall bang though. Ooh, that might be a morale boost at least.
I mean, it's a morale boost, all right. It's like a 4v5 now, and Revile, they are going towards that A side of things. Not yet. They're not overcommitting. They're kind of just trying to take mid control here. But the thing is, there's not really any defenders on A. I mean, now there are some rotating in, but Revile are just unpredictable here. Seems like after taking mid control, they're gonna go B. So
yeah, looks like they wanted to go A, but they decided midway, hey, let's switch up. Maybe we can trick them into thinking we're over on A and go over to B. And
yeah, there's still AP there, so he's probably making some noise on A just to make Saints think that it might be A, or just at least, you know, keep some defenders on the A side of things. I mean, it has worked. There's only 2 players on the B bomb side, so Revile, they just need to make an execute here. They need to not give the opponents like a double, and they don't do that. Inverness goes down, Sid goes down, Gentleman tries to fight on, and StarFoxy fights on as well. So still a competitive game here, and actually they are getting on site here, but skill is just faster. He doesn't need eyes, he just needs to click the shoot button. Gets a flash kill there, and now StarFoxy, he might have to debate saving. He has 6k to his name, and with that kill might go for it, but AP, this is why you need teammates. This is why the teams that are good at refragging succeed. Because if you're good at it, it just doesn't let any chance for the other team to get a double or a triple, especially when clutches. Oh, and there's another code. There is another code.
And hopefully there's nobody out there with 6-7 devices with multiple accounts set up, because these are first come, first serve. And that's just mean.
Yeah, you gotta be quick, but you don't gotta be like mean, as you said. So you know, just have like a second device perhaps, but have like 1 account where you redeem the code. Come on, let's have a fair playing ground here. Anyways, Revile, they definitely have a fair playing ground back into this game. I mean, they're 2 rounds away from the victory. Saints are 1, but it's good even off of round balance. They're able to, you know, at least get 1 round here. And seems like Revile, A side has worked for them, at least in terms of planting, not really at actually securing the round, you know, because Saints have been good at rotating. But yeah, A side definitely a place of victory for them in some rounds here. And they're already on the A side, so the bomb might even go down. Ooh, but StarFox, he does deny Lunax. So Revile playing at a disadvantage here, although they do have the bomb plant, so it's almost equal. If they're just able to waste out these 30 seconds, this might be everything due. He is able to just completely waste Inverness there. But Deserve and Sid, ooh, comes in with a huge nade kill on Do, and StarFoxy shutdowns AP. Franzies, he has to go so big here. He does get the double, but tries to get away and does not. That was actually a very valid attempt, right? Like, it was a 1v4, quickly turned 1v2, and he almost gets away to play off of time there, but not exactly enough. And so, a little bit of an upset here. A little bit of an upset. Revile.
I was not expecting this.
No, me neither. I mean, I expected a close game, so you know, it was in the books. But I mean, yeah, Saints seems like they are just a little bit better in this game, and we'll see how that plays out on the second one. Because again, the next one we're heading into is going to be Zone 9. So on Zone 9, you know, games are as close as it gets. Pretty much every time that we've seen Zone 9, it's like an 8-8, and then one team takes it ahead. So it was nice to see a close and competitive Sakura game. And let's hope we see that same thing, that same spirit on Zone 9 as well, right?
Yeah, hopefully we might be able to see the same kind of gameplay we saw yesterday with Flaffy, which I am really hopeful for, because those type of matches are extremely fun to cast on.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
That's definitely where you can kind of get your casting abilities just shown, just, you know, how you can ride the emotions and kind of, you know, put some emphasis on some things. So I'm definitely hoping for some clips as well. I mean, if you like clips, here are the clips. Here's what we saw in the first game. I wouldn't say it was like littered with like insane clips, but there were some nice ones. There were some nice wall bangs, some nice positionings that led to maybe a double or a triple, as we can see right here. So it was definitely a good game, but I feel like both teams really play more off strategy rather than just pure aim power. I feel like that just pure raw aim is more reserved for like Luxury and Lycoris, where, you know, maybe they don't have the team play up to like tier 1 level. Don't get me wrong, like they are, you know, up there. They're definitely like, there's a reason why they're in the minor, but, you know, Revile and Saints, they just have better team play. But I mean, yeah, Lycoris and Luxury, they have better gunplay in my opinion. Sid, however, he had a very nice headshot there, and then he was going very big there just with that scoped rifle. He was just peeking in, peeking out, you know, taking headshots, taking frags, taking names. So it's good to see that is able to do that on the CD side of things. Here, the bomb plant came in, and then, you know, he was trying to keep his head down, but he just got blown over. And
no matter what game I'm playing, it never crosses my mind to go into these matches, say in a custom match, and look at these bomb sites and think, where can I hide the bomb that's very easy to defend, that's not right out in the open where I can be wiped out?
Yeah, but I mean, that's why they are the pros, right? Like, they spend hours on this stuff, man, and I mean, it shows. It definitely shows in just the way how they play out these rounds. Like, they are playing very smart, especially after in these post-plant situations. They're like, oh, well, where can I plant the bomb that I can actually, you know, kind of jiggle peek around the corner? And yeah, Franzi's trying to do exactly that here. Like, Franzi's was almost able to get the 1v4 clutch when it was 8-9 and actually take it to 9-9. That would have been crazy to see, like, you know, just a 1v4 taking you to that 9-9 scoreline. Probably would have tilted the odds and shifted the odds completely in the favor of Revile, just because, you know, how mentally draining it must be, you know, if you've won, but then someone does a 1v4. But, you know, no, not really there yet for Franzi's. He is able to get through there, as you saw in the clip, but then, you know, just slightly, just a game of millimeters or centimeters or inches, whatever country you're from. If you're from America, probably inches. But yeah, he's just, you know, a game of inches where you're just not able to get away. And so, you know,
or even
Saints,
a game of a millisecond where you just that's the amount of time it takes to click a button, as we've seen with certain matches so far.
You definitely got to have your reaction speeds on time. I mean, if someone was just like 200 milliseconds slower there, probably not going to happen. You know, the kill is just not going to come in. So it was a game of everything mini and milli. But I mean, we're ready to get in the second game sometime soon. We will give you more info on that, but I think Zone 9 is going to be a blast. Even though Saints definitely deserved a victory on Sakura, I feel like, you know, it was close, but Saints were just the better team. I feel like on Zone 9, you know, RGG are such a good team. They're such an established team where they're not going to just, you know, let this one slip and, you know, let Saints take it 2-0. They're probably, my caster's prediction, which hopefully doesn't turn into caster's curse, is that Revile are going to be able to take Zone 9, but the question is going to be about round balance, right? Because it was 10-8 on the first one, so pretty close. So we'll have to see, you know, again, since this best of two is out of round balance, you know, even if Revile win, but Saints get 9 rounds, Saints are going to win just off round balance. So we'll see how the second match goes. I mean, only time will tell, but yeah, I think we're going to expect we are to expect a very close game on Zone 9 as well.
Yeah. I'm expecting a decent match from Zone 9, because that's all we've seen from it so far, as in round balance. Because, like I keep saying, we have yet to see anybody really run away with it.
Yeah, especially I think when these two teams are playing, like, they are just too good to let that happen, because normally, like, if someone starts to get like 4 or 5 rounds in a row, like, that either happens because there's a huge skill difference, or there's like a huge just like mental difference. And these teams have been playing for so long that even if they lose 1 or 2, or they have this situation where it seems like I can't get kills. Like, you know, I've had these games where I've played like 10 rounds and I have 0 kills, and it's like, well, it's just not one of those days, right? So when you have that situation, you start kind of tilting yourself and playing badly. But I think, you know, these teams have been around the block for long enough for, you know, that really not to be that big of an issue.
Yeah, ooh, got a promo code, everybody. First come, first serve. I hope you got that second device, because I'd rather not call you a mean person.
Yep, yeah, you gotta be quick with those, like, those promo codes. I see some people in the chat, they're like, it doesn't work. It does work. You just got to be very quick. And I mean, if it doesn't work this time, you have you have 4 more days, and then you have this day as well to just watch the stream. You reward those who watch the most, get the most. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. So if you just keep watching the stream, eventually one of those codes should work. But we are ready to get sometime soon in the next game on Zone 9, and after that we're going to see another best of 2 today, which is going to be HorizoN against Luxury Esports, I believe. It should be a good game. I mean, we saw some crazy stuff coming in from Luxury yesterday, where they beat out Lycoris in a 2-0 fashion. But also HorizoN, they are up there in terms of like being top 3, definitely top 5 teams in Standoff too. So today is a very action-packed day. Like yesterday, we had some games where maybe we already kind of predicted, or at least knew to some level which team will win. Today it's like, well, it starts with an upset, like Saints beating out Revile, who are technically a little bit better, at least on the first map. And then we have, again, HorizoN versus Luxury, where, yeah, HorizoN might be a little bit more established. I'm saying a little bit, a lot more established, with a lot more achievements under their belt. But Luxury so far in this tournament, even though they lost their first game, they looked very, very solid in their second best of 2. And so we're hoping that, that continues on for today as well.
Yeah, I am actually really looking forward to this Zone 9, because this is one of those maps I'm not a whole positive who's going to actually win, because we've seen both teamwork and solo play come into play a lot.
Yeah, I feel like it's been more team play, at least in the first game, just because it's, RGG against Saints. It's like they have to have it has to be strategies that wins the games, because everyone is on that level, like just on individually, like everyone is insane individually. So once that happens, you got to start working with strategies, because I feel like with some of these other teams, they can win just off individual skill, because someone is having a bad day, whatever. But in these top level of games, it's like individual play that really wins everything. So we're hoping to see more of that on Zone 9. Technically, Zone 9 is a more, in my opinion, a more individual skill-based map rather than team play map. Sakura, there's like different rotations you can do, like the sites are more far apart. It's just like harder to win off of individual skill on Sakura, because the timings, especially when you push in the sites, like you have to check many angles, like it's not really that much about individual skill rather than team play. But then on Zone 9, it's like both bomb sites are very close together. The map in general, in my opinion, is very close, at least where the actual action happens. And so, on Zone 9 so far in the tournament, we've consistently seen like the craziest individual plays, and yeah, it's just going to play a big role there. So I'm hoping that, one of these players just goes absolutely berserk on it.
Yeah, I always thought Zone 9, it almost seems like it might be a decent option to go shotgun, because it is close quarters, like you said. But then again, there are those angles that say skill might be useful in with that sniper.
I mean, the shotgun is definitely a viable option. Maybe not as your primary weapon of choice, just because it has very limited uses, right? Like with the rifle, you can be way more just fluent in your gameplay. You can take mid-range fights, you can take short-range fights, you can take even long-range fights. But with a shotgun, yeah, there are maps where that shotgun play is just way better than on other maps. For example, on Sakura, it wouldn't really make that much sense, right? Like pretty much everything on that map is very long range, except for some of those inside areas. Maybe a site is a little bit more close range. So it doesn't really, that's why we don't see the shotguns like on Sakura as well. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. But on Zone 9, yeah, there's like cubbies you can camp in, there's corners, there's just close quarters all around the map. So yeah, we will definitely see some of that on Zone 9, I think, especially on those like rounds where you kind of have to go eco, but you don't want to just buy pistols, because that's almost the last round. So a shotgun might be the perfect option. Now I am getting some confirmation that we're just waiting for the lobby, but we're almost ready to get into that second game. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see which side which team starts on as well. Like I feel like Zone 9 is more of a CD sided map, just because how on that B side both bomb sites are very close together, right? So CTs really don't need to take a lot of time to rotate between one of the other bomb sites. That's kind of one of the things that makes map CT or T sided is how far the bomb sites are apart, how easy it is, like how long does it take to rotate from one to the other once, you know, a hit comes in on
Yeah,
A.
how big that CT line can be for the defense.
Yeah, like how many seconds does it take to actually, you know, get from one bomb site to the other? Another thing is like that B bomb side of things. A also at some level, but B is the biggest one on this. Is it's in multiple different levels, right? Like there's the first floor when you push on B side, and then there's the second floor. And so if you're a T and you're pushing in, you not only have to look like, you know, around, you also have to look up and down. And, you know, having those many different angles introduced is just harder to entry, especially if you're an entry fragger on the T side. You just have to account for way more different angles. And on B side of things, you can also set up like crossfires where it doesn't matter which direction you're pushing in as a T and which direction you're looking, because, you know, there's a crossfire, there's players on both sides. So like when you push in, you know, you're gonna die eventually if you take out this player and this player takes you out, and, you know, the other way around. So yeah, it's very hard to enter the B bomb site at times.
Yeah.
But the only exception is on the B bomb side of things, there's only one entrance that you can realistically like go through as a CT. So if you smoke that entrance off, or if you, as we saw yesterday, those 4 nades, if you just throw like
yeah.
4 nades there, you know,
Grenade
that can work better. Yeah, there are definitely, you know, to every strat there is an anti-strat, and to every anti-strat there's probably an anti-strat. So you can, you know, you can maneuver your way around. You can find your way and find your flow in these games.
Yeah, I
but
think there is an anti-strat for 4 grenades landing at your feet.
I mean, it would probably be to just stay on site and not play like on rotations. But yeah, if you are, you know, 2 seconds away from the catastrophe and you just see those nades flying in, there might not be like an immediate anti-strat. But, you know, next round, if they want to continue to do that, next round you can just play in a way where, you know, that can't really affect you. But yeah, we'll see how it goes today. I'm hoping to see that play once again with those grenades, but I guess we'll have to wait and see there.
It would be nice. I would love to see what the thought of the person that actually sees those 4 grenades first. What thought is going through your head right at that moment? Is it either, am I going to be the one that they explode on, or can I dodge them, or how much damage am I going to take at this moment?
I think it's probably some words that I am not allowed to say on the stream. So
I was just gonna. That's what I was thinking too, to be honest.
No, it's probably not the best inner dialogue. But here we go. Yeah, so far Revile versus Saints. Saints are up 1-0 here in Group A of this best of 2, and I mean both these teams have won their first game, so it's not that important to win this one. Like, even if you lose this best of 2, you can probably still, you know, get to the finals if you just win out your next game, your final game. But I mean, still, both teams want kind of an early qualification chance for the finals here. So yeah, here we go. Match is underway.
Skill. Yeah, he's literally the only one without a genuine pistol.
He does have the Tech 9, so that does come in handy sometimes, but it's a very weird pistol. Like, the way how you use it, you know, varies. Here we can see the Tech 9. It's good at run and gunning, I believe. It's like a close quarters, almost an SMG. Like, if you can get someone in close quarters and just spam it out and just, you know, run and gun, it will work out, but you do need some skill for that. But what you don't need skill for a lot of the time is just a grenade chuck. So why not do that? Lunax takes down the opposition player with a nade there, and so it is a 3v5 Saints. They've almost left this A site completely open for business. I mean, there is Deserved, but he's only 1 left alive. But actually, Inverness, he comes for help, and that's big, because now the A site entry is denied, and one more player, that being Lunax, is very low on Revile Gaming's side. I don't know why Lunax is entry fragging. That is crazy to me. When you are low, you normally want to let your teammates entry, so, you know, if they take 1 bullet damage, they don't die, but, you know, if you entry, you do. So Lunax almost able to plant the bomb, but not yet. So Saints completely turning this round around. I mean, it was a 3v5, now turned 1v3, turned 1v2. Are we going to see another clutch? Another one of these individual plays? Spots 1, and the other player is very low. Really only needs
Yeah, I'm
one
not
kill
sure what
here.
Yadu is gonna do here.
I think he's just gonna try to isolate his gun duels. Does push in, but not able to connect even the single bullet needed. See, he probably didn't know that Sid is low there. So what he tried to do is just go for a headshot, which, you know, would be the most rational decision if he's full HP. But with 1 HP there on the opposition player, he could have just like spammed the legs and probably, you know, gotten away with it. Obviously, these
Yeah.
players don't know the HP levels on opposition players unless some kind of call out is given by their teammates. So kind of unfortunate there, but Saints doing a very good 3v5 there. I mean, it looked like Revile's round any day of the week, but then Saints just one by one taking them down.
Yeah, this is actually a lot more interesting than I was expecting. These strategies so far have not been what us Americans call shock and awe.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, like, if it works, you know, keep going. Just keep going with that. And one thing that works for Saints is just finding these kills. Like, I mean, they should have won this round. Like, definitely they had the better buy. It's kind of strange that they let Revile plan, though, because that's definitely going to be good on Revile's side of things in terms of economy. Right, it just gives that extra boost. I'm not sure if it's $300 or $500 on every single player for the plan, but it definitely gives some kind of an economical boost. So, you know, it makes sense to, in these rounds, you know, to planting oftentimes is a victory in itself.
In some games, it's more like the person who plants it gets double everybody else. But then again, this might not be the case in Standoff.
Yeah, it does. It does depend on a multitude of factors. Now, Sid, he still has the MP7. Pretty much everyone on Saints still have their weapons that they bought in the second round. And I mean, they don't even need to use the MP7s here because Star Foxy and Gentleman, they're going to take a single kill each and then deserve those close quarters. That MP7 is almost as good as a rifle. And so Skill is able to refrag, so down to a 2v2 now. B bomb side open for business, but the bomb planter is a little bit further away than maybe Revile would like. So they're not even get on site. See, this is why you need your bomb planter to be close by, because now apart, he's just left here and he has to open up the site once again. Something that he could have done with his teammate if he was closer together or if his teammate didn't try to keep pushing alone. You know, it depends. But yeah, whatever it was, we're left in a 1v2 now.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing if anybody can do it, apart can. Now it's all coming down to who sees who first. And do you go for the planned? Because the moment you hear that planned, they're probably going to rush that room.
Timing here is so weird. He does, like, I don't think any of these players know where the opposition players are. Because what I think it was, who was it? 5 Gentlemen. Gentlemen went for like around the world there. Meanwhile, Apart is just able to get on site. He might just yeah, there you go, Gentlemen. He's not expecting this at all. Oh, that's huge from Apart. That was a very smart play. He probably suspected that somebody is nearby the B bomb site, but since they didn't see him, they don't know that he's backstabbing there. He don't know that he's moving throughout kind of the CT preferred area there. So yeah, he is able to get the bomb plant, and now 1v2 turn 1v1. Very smart by Apart, and his positioning is very good as well. Holding an off angle there. Oh, Sid will have to be perfect here. He has to check so many different angles. Meanwhile, Apart, he only has to get that one frag. And Apart, such a good clutch there.
Very nice.
He just everything in that clutch was perfect. His kind of IQ, his game sense, and also his aim was just there to finish it off.
Next promo code, everybody. First come, first serve, and please don't use more than one account.
Yeah, if you are quick enough, you can definitely get yourself a nice skin in Standoff too. So try to be quick enough. You know, it's free skins after all. It's free skins. Saints, that might not be what they wanted to see. I mean, they were up there. They were getting 2 rounds in a row. It looked like they just want to complete this best of 2 early. But then Revile, you know, especially winning a round and especially winning that round in this fashion is not something that Saints are going to be too happy about in the long run.
Yeah, a little curious because technically nobody has the bomb right now. I've always been curious on these teams. do they have specific locations that they drop the bomb at? Or do they just throw it willy-nilly?
I think it's more just they throw it somewhere close at spawn, and you know, whenever someone comes, they retrieve it. Maybe they try to put it in more like a corner, so it's harder for, in case CD players in some magical reason get to this despawn, it's harder for them to see. But yeah, I think most of the time it's just, you know, throwing it down somewhere close and, you know, retrieving it later. But one player on Revile Gaming is down already, so Saints, they have to maybe regroup a little bit. You know, some different callouts have come in, and Apart is going to try to do what he did in the clutch round. I mean, he does find a headshot, a wallbang headshot nevertheless. On Star Fox, Sid is able to refrag, so now 3v3 situation. That AWM, there you go. There you go. The sniper is in the play. The bomb is going down. If Skill gets a good angle here, he might be able to isolate these gondolas. There you go. That's so quick. There's nothing you can do against that. Now, he has to watch many different angles with the sniper, and that's not the easiest thing to do. He almost, he spots both players, but not able to shoot yet. Spots them again. Oh, he has to retrieve. Yeah, that's a smarter decision.
Yeah, he took down it. Yeah. Skill just took out Inverness, so he did do some decent.
That was a nice frag there. He's very good. Pay attention to how Skill is playing this, right? He is always choosing a different angle. This is exactly what you need to do with the sniper. When you're playing with that AWM in Standoff 2, when you're playing with a sniper in any kind of game for that reason, you need to kind of switch angles. As soon as you shoot from one angle, you pick a different one, because if you're going to hold the same angle with a sniper, you're just going to get pre-fired, you're going to go down. But what you can do, what Skill just showcased perfectly there, is as soon as you get a frag, you kind of retreat back, you just kind of go back, you know, one layer, and then hold a different angle. And boom, you get a kill from there. Then again, you fall back, you retreat back, and, you know, go for a different angle to hold. So, yep. Very, very good positioning there by Skill that ultimately earns him the 2 frags. And I'm really not sure why we don't see the AWM being used more, because it seems like every single round where it gets bought, the player playing with it gets at least 1 kill, you know, sometimes even a double. So, I mean, so far only Skill today has been the one bearing the sniper rifle. But yeah, I'm hoping to see more of that.
Yeah, it would be nice to see some decent sniper action.
Oh, look at this. They're triple-nading gentlemen.
Ooh. If he was not up on that crate, he would have probably gone down. Kind of feel bad for Sid.
Yeah, but, you know, he goes down either way. He got really hard clear there, especially, you know, if I had a rifle, might have been a bit more of a fair playing ground there, but he's only in a USP, and man is like eating, you know, getting 3 nades to his face, so definitely not ideal if your name is 3 letters, that being Sid. Skill, once again, just entering with the sniper. I don't know how he does this, but he's just good at it. So he's gonna get another AWM kill, fall back, find probably a long-range
Skill
angle.
has some absolutely epic reaction speed.
Yeah, he's really good at just, you know, finding that frag, and you know, as soon as he sees the player, you know, getting that X and Y axis on the player's head or body. Doesn't matter for that reason. But Revile, they are coming in big with a comeback. I mean, it's a 1v2 now. Apart and Do are alive, so actually a 1v1. Ooh, oh, well, look at that.
Ooh.
Deserve. So quick on the trigger there. Is there enough time? I think there is.
Yep.
Does get the clutch. That was a crazy second kill. Like in that 1v2, the first one, yeah, it looked nice. You know, it was just a kind of more standard kill. But that second one, just so quick. Deserved there. Look at this. 1, reloads, goes for the fuse, and that flick, boom, immediate headshot. The first bullet there was a headshot. Like, what can you do against an instant headshot flick? That looked so sick there.
I always thought it was very entertaining to see the crosshair, not even on the actual spot you fire at. Like we've seen, I don't know in how many different games, because of that lag between when you're done aiming and then the weapon getting there. It's a curse in every game there is.
I mean, it is kind of a curse, but at the same time, it just makes the clip look more sick. So I'm as a caster, you know, I'm not complaining that much. What the Inverters is going to complain about, though, is just going down by a Tech 9. This should not happen, and another nade coming in.
Gato on it with a grenade, though. That's what's surprising me right this moment.
Yeah, it does get some decent damage in. So I mean, this should have been Saints round any day of the week. Like Revile, they're only on pistols, but they're able to get the plant. So once again, even if you plant in these full eco rounds, almost that's a victory. So yeah, they're probably not going to be able to, you know, unless they clutch, unless another clutch is in the books, they're probably not going to be able to win this round. But I mean, again, a plant is a victory when you only have tech 9s. And when it's almost a full eco for you, if you get the plant, you know, get some extra money, that's good. That is good. Maybe even a part will be able to retrieve an AK here. Or not, I guess he's just gonna go down. Doesn't get anything there, but yeah, the plant is definitely good either way.
Yeah, this is really nice. I was expecting a whole lot less out of these teams, to be honest. The whole concept of just the one person with the sniper rifle and probably... I'm just going to call it one of the worst actual openness maps.
Yeah, Zone 9 definitely is a map where close range seems to dominate. So the fact that Skill is able to do what he does with the AWM, you know, surprises me even more. But I don't know if it should surprise me, because, I mean, Skill, he is known for his skills, and he is known for being a very good at that sniper, right? Like, he got voted Sniper of the Year, I believe, like, either last year or 2 years ago, so, yeah, he did...
Epic bragging rights right there.
Yeah, there's definitely a reason why we see that AWM on Skill, and only on Skill, and I mean... Again, I said I don't get why we don't see, you know, more players using the AWM, because it seems so easy for Skill. It just seems like so easy to use it, you know, whenever he uses it, it gets like a double.
Yeah.
But it's starting to make some sense now. It's starting to make some sense.
Oh, I didn't even realize Star Foxy here got a... I'm gonna assume... Got triple.
Yeah, he went absolutely insane this round. I mean, just, you know, securing that mid area, making sure that nobody gets close to the A side of things. And Saints, they are doing so good here. I mean, they won the first game, right? And this best of 2 being off of round balance, they are just far ahead here. Just, you know, they won 10-8, so count like 2 more rounds of their score here. So they're winning 7-2 pretty much at this point. So Revile, they have 3 more rounds to actually do something here. If they don't, it's over. The favorites of the tournament, sure, it's not over for them in terms of tournament, but it's over for this best of 2. Both these teams, Saints and Revile, they won their first game of the group stage. So, you know, if they lose, they're not exactly out, but still, this is like a preemptive final. This is like a final, you know, that most, you know, could go down. Again, top 3 teams playing here. But yes, Saints just absolutely demolishing Revile right now, especially on Zone 9. Map that is usually very, very close. I mean, we'll see how it goes once we actually get to that round switch in 2 rounds, but so far, Saints looking just so dominant right now. But Revile, they are able to plant the bomb, and Gentleman shutting down Star Foxy, I believe it was. This might be a little difficult for Saints retake, even with that Gentleman kill coming in.
Yeah, nice wall bang. Well, 2 wall bang headshots. One from apart and one from Skill. A little surprising to see these wall bangs, because they don't look like them on our stream.
I guess it's just like close to the wall, like the bullet goes like literally like 2 centimeters into the wall, but you know, it still counts as a wall bang, so that'll probably be the way how I'd explain it.
It went through the wall, but yet it didn't touch the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
A little curious if anybody's going to have to do a eco round between now and the end.
I mean, the money is looking pretty good on both sides. Maybe Revile not exactly where they'd want to be. But since this is the last round before the switch, like, you know, we're not really going to see any ecos because the next one is the pistol, but it's interesting to see the buys here. Like, I expected an AWM, you know, they definitely had the money for it. Maybe Skill didn't, but the part could have definitely dropped him over an AWM. But it seems like that won't matter, because Yado, he's just gonna push in, get some nice frags here. Star Foxy gets a double actually, but goes down as well. So now we're back to a 2v3. We are back to a close game here. Ooh, the Zervan gentlemen, they have to do a lot here. They are coming in from different directions with the part. He's ready for this. He might have even heard the player. And he actually hears that gentleman is rotating over. So now Revile only have to worry about one entrance here. And the Zerv, he's just going to push on site alone. Gentleman is in his bag, but how close is he? They're both pushing on the side. They're trying. They're smoking it off. Ooh, the Zerv sees one. He pre-fires, gets the frag. The defuse is coming in. And apart takes down Gentleman. So now 1v2 situation. He does find one. 1v1 now, but the clock is so low. The smoke is fading. The Zerv is able to do it. No.
Well, I'm not actually sure what that was actually.
He gets a nice frag there, and then the bomb explodes. So just like complete chaos unfolding there. But yeah, that was a nice attempt at the 1v2. But you know, in that 1v1, it's just like too many things going wrong. Too many things going wrong. And I mean, one thing that's definitely not going right is Revile. Their game is just, you know, not up there. It's good, you know, it's not the worst, but Saints so far superior. It's close on zone 9, so Revile, you know, getting back a few of these rounds. I mean, it was 5-2 for Saints, and then Revile got 2 in a row. But we have to remind everyone, this is a best of 2 off round balance, and the first game, it didn't really go the way how Revile wanted it to go. Yeah, it was that they lost 8-10, so still not the worst round balance. But here, Saints, they only have to get 3 more rounds to actually win the whole best of 2, so they're definitely at an advantage here.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'd like to bring up a debate in the chats. Star Foxy with that triple kill. Was that a triple kill because of the time it took him to get that 3rd kill? It wouldn't have popped up as a medal in game, I would suspect. But do we call that a triple kill?
I would call it a triple, personally. I think that's a triple, fair and square. But let's see what the chat says. This pistol round, though, look at this. Star Fox and Gentleman, they're alive. But at what cost? They're half HP. They don't really have any options here. Their position is known. Oh, and they just get even lower. It gets even worse. Lunag's gonna drop one on Star Foxy as well. So Gentleman, is he able to get away? He goes for a huge jump, but Lunax, he does hear that jump. He does hear that drop, so he's just gonna peek. Finish him off. And so Revile, equal once again. It looked so good. It looked like it looked like a fairy tale for Saints here. Winning the first match, getting 5-2 ahead on zone 9. You know, 3 more rounds and they've done it. But have they done it? Revile, they've gotten 3 in a row. Most likely this round goes their way as well. And I mean, if it does, they're back on the horse. They're back in the lead here.
Yeah, I'm a little curious if Revile is going to be able to take this. Only because of how they've been playing does not, in my mind, seem up to their skill so far.
There you go. The rifle, the eco just goes completely lopsided. Revile able to get 4 frags there. Take down Saints, and they're accelerating here. They've sprung around 4 rounds, or actually 5. Could have been 5. Like Saints, they're not in a position they'd like to find themselves in. They're losing the second map. The round balance is not there yet for them to actually win it, and they've lost 4 rounds in a row. So you know the morale must not be as high as they'd want it to be.
Yeah.
They are gonna go for just a straight B bomb site execute, it seems like. But Lunax, he's in a good position here. Like, this position is pretty hard to clear, unless you know somebody triple nades you. This is like a guaranteed 1 spot. Like, look at this. If somebody's watching this angle, it's like a guaranteed 1 spot, and they're gonna push in. Oh, he's gonna get overwhelmed, but at least he gets 1, so guaranteed 1 does come in. And so a 3v4 is unfolding. Actually, the bomb is gonna go down. So Revile, they're looking at a pretty bad situation here. Like, they have to retake it. Some time has ticked off the bomb already. And apart, he's not even close to the bomb site. He's still probably debating which side he wants to retake the bomb site from exactly.
Yeah.
So Yeah, Revile, they need to move very quickly here. I mean, there's only like 20 seconds left and still 4 players live on the side of Saints. They have Util as well. They'll be able to nade them, flash them, do everything that they can to deny the defuse here. And so 1v3 apart finds himself in, and he should just go down here, and that's exactly what happens. Deserve to finish off the round, and so, yeah, this is so close. This is every single game is so close. Like, as soon as you think, oh, Revile have gotten 4 in a row, you know, it's looking good for them. They might actually win this. Saints, they're punching back. They are punching back hard here.
Yeah, I kind of want to blame it on the caster's curse, but I'm not rooting for anybody, so it's not my fault. And there's next promo code, everybody. First come, first serve. Please don't use more than one account. We would really like this to be fair and square.
Ooh, look at that nade exchange. Both trying to chip some damage away, but no damage chipped away yet, so we're entering kind of a slower round here. Seems like the A bomb site is going to be the point of congestion here. They're just going to slowly move in.
Yeah, that brings up another debate. When you throw a grenade, you do, in this type of situation where it actually leaves a trail, it gives away your position. So, do you give away your position, or do you want to go for the frag kill? Or in this case, just get taken out entirely. Ooh,
What?
Just got a double on Star Foxy and Gentleman.
Yeah, he's definitely going for that second option, just, you know, taking out the player here. He's still looking for 2 more, so Saints, it's still possible for them to do this round, but not anymore. Franzis does the same thing. It mirrors apart. They both get a nice double in this round, and that just shuts off Saints almost completely out of this round. So, Revile, once again, they're taking the upper hand. When it comes to the rifle rounds, they're just able to deliver. This is getting so close because, again, the first map that we saw, you know, Saints won, but they only won by 2 rounds. So right now they're sitting at 8 rounds. Like if you know, with a +2 round balance, they're sitting at 8. Revile are sitting at 7 in terms of the best of 2 round balance. So if Revile are able to win this round, we are equal in terms of round balance for the best of 2. And Revile, they definitely seem like they have the answer that they have the answers that Saints don't for these rifle rounds. And Inverness, he's able to shut down the Yodo, who is very low.
Actually,
already.
no, that was Sitting Gentleman.
Ooh, yeah, they're just coming in from the other side. You're just getting overwhelmed from everywhere there. And so the bomb does go down. So once again, Revile find themselves in a retake situation, but this time not as favorable for them as they might have hoped for, because it's a 3v4. Deserve knows these positions. He gets a guaranteed one and another one. That's just a shutout Revile game.
Can he get this third one, though? Yes, he does.
Clip. What a clip from...
Ooh, that'll be worth watching later.
Yeah, that's a good clip. That's a solid clip. You know, we talked about wanting to
And by
see
later,
some,
I mean right now.
some nice clips. Well, here you go. Deserve 1, 2. Here's the third player. Pushes in. He's confident. He's ready. His trigger is ready. And a first bullet headshot.
Yeah, see?
Taking down the final player.
Right there comes back to my point I was bringing up earlier. That I would call a triple kill because of the distance between the 3 kills. The time. Where I thought, I say about 5 seconds between kills, is no longer a triple kill. It's just 3 kills.
I'd say, like, it depends. I guess it is just like a semantics issue, right? Like, for me, a triple kill, like, it doesn't matter. You can get 1 kill at the start of the round, 1 at the late stages, and 1 in the middle. That's still technically a triple kill for the round. Now, is it like a triple kill? Yeah, that's a different discussion.
That's what I mean. That's the debate I want to bring up. Is what counts time-wise between kills to call it a triple kill, not a round triple kill.
I'd say that's a very good question, actually. I'd say like probably around 3 to 4 seconds, maybe tops, in terms of, like, you know, the time in between kills.
Yeah.
Probably also has to be 1 mag, right? Like, unless it's like a Desert Eagle, you know, you get triple, then you reload, get another 2. It has to be 1 mag. You know, that way it's just quicker.
I say it
Gentlemen,
depends on the weapon if you want to do the one mag. Because depending on how fast the weapon reloads, also really comes into effect.
yeah, that's definitely
And
true.
right there's Franz with a double. One
That's
on
actually
one.
really big. Yeah, but there's just no time, so you know, Saints are gonna
Get
take
away
the
from the
round.
bomb site is all you got to pay attention to at that point in time. Because I don't know how many times we've seen it. The bomb takes you out and you lose your weapons.
Yep, you gotta be fast on these retakes. So very good attempt, but not enough. And the thing is, Saints are up to 8. They won their first game 10-8. So right now, in terms of round balance, Revile, they can only draw here. I'm not sure what happens if they draw actually, but you know, they can only win back 10-8, and that way the round balance is equal. If Saints get this round, they win the best of 2. They just win the best of 2. Yes, they haven't won the game yet, but they win the best of 2. So Revile, they're playing pretty much on we can only draw or lose here, and if we lose this round, we can only lose. So it's it's definitely not a situation you want to find yourself in if you're Revile. I mean, it's still technically possible for them to get 3 in a row here. Franzi's getting 1 will definitely help, but yeah, they can't win anymore. They can't win this best of 2 anymore. They can only draw it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of affects their mental.
Might be one of those times where I might not be able to actually beat the spread, but I can at least get one more point.
Yeah, we can
Looks
at
like
least
Inverness
try
is
to do our
trying
best.
to prove my point. With that double.
Yeah, Inverness, he's just looking for frags here. I mean, he does get some. But it's back to a 3v3, so very equally sided round here, I'd say. Sid and Inverness and Gentlemen, they're all alive. We've seen some crazy stuff so far from them in this tournament. And they only need this round to actually, you know, win everything. So Inverness, he's going to take down 1. Again, 1 for 1. Oh, this is a 1v1 once again. Such a close round in the dying moments of this match. Gentlemen, if he just went for the backstab there, they're going to meet each other, aren't they? Apart. This is down to timing, but Apart knows. He has some suspicions. He might backstab Gentleman here. This is so close. They're both looking around. They're not sure where they are. Gentleman, he might just go to the other bomb site, but oh no!
Saw him
The
first.
timing there. Yeah, the timing. Gentleman was almost ready to probably hit the A bomb side of things because he knows that Apart is close, so you know that would have been the smarter choice. But again, down to milliseconds, millimeters, whatever millis you want to use, it's down to that because, well, Revile and Apart especially, they're able to find frag and still stay in the game in terms of being able to draw the round balance. 10-8 the first game, 8-8 this one. Are Revile able to get 2 in a row? Are they really that good? Is this really the reason why they won the LAN, that they were able to do this kind of stuff when, you know, everybody least expects it? We'll see.
Yeah. I wonder how different the being at a LAN event is to playing in your, I don't know, your living room.
I'd say in terms of pressure, it's definitely higher, but then in terms of connection, it's way better. So it's like the frags and the kills might come easier and might be smoother, but you know, your inner mental state is just way more amped up, I'd say. And Revile, they're looking to shut down Saints once again.
Lunix
and
with a double.
Look at the money there. Lunax with a triple. He does go down. But Saints, they desperately need to win this round because they have no money. None of the players had more than like $600-700. So if they lose this round, they'll have to go eco on pretty much the last round. So they need this round so desperately. Sid, he is going to go for the plan. Actually,
I'd go for the plant no matter what right now.
I mean, faking it was kind of smart to bait out some players, but at the same time, like, you need the plan down. And Sid, he's able to find a part, and he knows the position of another player. Tries to pre-fire. Ooh, but he's just completely smoked, but he does get the frag. So no, 1v2. They know where Star Foxy is. This is going to be so hard for them. He doesn't see the defuse. He does get 1, but perfect refragging abilities once again there. Again, this is why Revile are so good at winning these rounds. They just know how to refrag. They never let a teammate die without an answer. They always go for the fight. If a teammate goes down, you know, one of them just peeks and tries to at least get refrag. Sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the times you see situations like this where the opposing player just gets overwhelmed and he's not able to do much there. So Revile, they are 1 round away from drawing this.
Yeah, this is getting interesting, everybody, because I was not expecting Revile to be coming back like this. RGG's showing up.
Yeah, they're showing up big time when they need it the most.
A little curious on why I don't see full kits. Well, almost a full kit on Franz there. Must be we didn't have enough money for the defuse.
It's also that, you know, he probably can just rely on his teammate to do the defusing while he's doing the shooting. But yeah, it is kind of an interesting decision. I mean, one of the he could have, or actually he has no nades, so I think he just could not afford it, and you know his teammates can't drop it over, so that kind of makes sense. Oh, this angle that Yado is holding is pretty crazy. You do not want to find yourself on the other side of that. Saints, though, they need to do something here. Like, their buy is not the best. And Yado's crosshair placement and just shooting abilities are. So,
yeah,
while they're looking so good here. They're looking to actually, you know, make the full comeback.
Yeah, it will be a nice upset if they do bring it back, though. They were down, actually, quite a lot. I mean, to me, 3 is a lot, so... Especially at this level of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting first to 10 rounds, 3 is like, you know, 1/3 of it. It's like 30% of the rounds that you can get. So it's definitely a lot to have an advantage in. Oh, well, how the tables have turned. Saints, they're somehow able to find their back. They're somehow able to find a way back in this 4v5. They didn't find their back yet. Maybe they need to, I don't know, go to a chiropractor for that, but they're able to find their way, open up the bomb site, plant the bomb. Skill, he does spot one, he scopes in to get the kill. Ooh, and almost a double. That's just not going to be enough. Yado, he is defusing. He does get one. Is he able to complete the 1v2 clutch once again? He knows where the last player is. He's just going to go for the stick. He's going for the stick, but Deserve, that is so smart. He gets Yado off of the defuse, but he has to peek again, and Deserve gets the frag. Revile, yeah, GG's to Revile. I mean, they've lost his best of 2 now due to round balance. We are into the last round, so, you know, it's still, you know, they're able to at least win the game, you know, that's definitely good. What you can win is a free skin if you enter this code quickly enough, so, you know, definitely go for that if you want some free stuff. But that was such a good round. They played it, Deserve played that to perfection. He knows that he's defusing, and he knows that if he peeks and actually commits to the peek, he will most likely go down, or at least he has a bigger chance of going down. All he has to do is to make sure that he just, you know, stays off the bomb. So what he does is he jiggle peeks, shoots, but, you know, he doesn't take the kill, and then he's able to actually peek again and get the frag.
Yeah, but Yado just took out Tears, though, so sometimes the jiggle peek and all that stuff works wonders.
Yeah, Yado, he wants retribution for the last round. He wants some comeback. He does, you know, it does make sense. It's such a close 1v2 to lose, especially in such an important moment, right?
Looking at the weapons that Revile has, is this an opportunity to take out an enemy and then take their weapon? I'm looking at skill mainly. He's got that pistol, silenced pistol.
I mean, they're not going to need it. They're just not going to need it because Lunax, he gets a double. So, 1v5, probably.
And Invertus take anybody with him, though.
Not going to happen. He does take 1. 4 more to find here. And it's going to be Franzi's.
He had way too many options to view from, so there was no saving that.
Yeah, just getting overwhelmed. Getting sandwiched, you know, bullets coming in from every direction. This was such a good game. This was such a good best of 2. I mean, the first game going 10-8, and then this one down to the wire here. Like Revile, you know, they maybe didn't have the opportunity to win anymore and was like drawing round balance, but they definitely had the opportunity to drive. They actually took the W, which, I mean, they did take the W, but just 1 round away from drawing. It's such close games, and I mean, I hope this is what we see in the finals as well. This just shows like how close the competition is. once you get to that like top level of Standoff 2 competitive. Like literally in 2 maps, the difference between these teams is 1 round. 1 round is such a minuscule thing that you know, makes the difference between these teams. But Saints kind of completing the upset here. I mean, we saw some good like gunplay from them, but also just strategically very smart plays here. Personally, my favorite play here, there were actually 2. First of all, skill, with just showing why he is voted, you know, the best sniper player in 2022 or 2021, I believe. But then also that 1v2 clutch by a part that we already kind of skimmed over was really good, where he got 1 player on B bomb side. He knew the info, so he took a backstab and then he completed the clutch. I think that was very good. Star Foxy there with a very nice triple kill there. That's another discussion we have, you know. When does it actually count as a triple kill?
Not just 3 kills.
Exactly. So, you know, I guess it like differs depending on different games. And some they give you like a badge or a medal if you actually complete it. So I guess, you know, it depends on the game. Here, though, I don't think they give you a badge. So Lunax, he is going to get a badge for very good MP7 play. They're getting a triple. And then during the later stages of this game, Deserve really came alive. Like we see a lot from him here, completing a very crucial 1v3 that win
that
round.
I would classify as a triple kill.
Yeah, that one for sure. That's a triple kill any day of the week. But yeah, Deserve really coming into play in these later stages of the game. He was really good at getting the diffuser on Revile off the bomb, that if they got the defuse, they probably would have drawn it, you know. So many things like this coming into play. Skill here trying to do his best, and finally, trying to complete the 1v2. But there you go, Deserve doing what he needs to do, very crucial frag. And then finally here, Lunax gets the double, Inverness left in 1v5. Not much that he can really do there. And so, Saints take it. They don't take zone 9, but they're, you know, in terms of round balance, they take the best of 2. Again, such close games. If you're just doing again, Sakura 10-8, and then zone 9, 9-10. So, you know, neck and neck, head-to-head here. Saints and Revile Gaming. I'm guessing that even though they're both in the same group, I'm guessing these are the 2 teams that are going to advance. Because again, both of these teams won their first game. So even though Revile lost this one, they still have a chance to actually win their third and, you know, go to the finals. So I'm guessing we see both these teams in the finals, first of all. And then also I'm guessing, you know, we're going to see them go neck and neck in the finals, probably going to be in the same bracket. And I'm just hoping we see, you know, more of this kind of competition, because it's just so much fun to both watch and cast.
Yeah, the rivalry between teams that you don't see, but yet you know it is there.
Yeah, also, first time we see a 1-1 scoreline in this best of 2, because all of the previous best of 2s, they were all like 2-0 shutouts. They were close in terms of rounds, but in terms of map wins, it was always one team taking the 2 rounds there. But we still have one more game for today. Again, this is the group stage. This is the 4th day of the group stage. Group stage spans 6 days, so tomorrow and the day after that, you're gonna see, you know, the ending stages of the group stage. Then on the 24th, we will take a break, and then on the 25th and then the 26th, we will see the finals that are going to be a best of 3. But I'm just getting ahead of myself here. The next game that we're going to see today, the final game of the day, is going to be HorizoN versus Luxury, I think. I hope my memory doesn't fail me. We saw some great stuff from both these teams in the previous days, but before we get into any of that good stuff, we will have to go on a short break, and we'll be back after that. See you guys after the break.
Yeah, see you in a bit, guys.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are heading in to the second best of two of the day. Again, this is the Standoff 2 Minor by Infinix. So, many interesting games so far. We are on day 4. And the first game, it was a blast. It was very, very close again. The difference between, in the round balance, between these two teams, Saints and Revile, was literally one round. So, it literally could not have gotten any closer. Again, as always, I'm Twist. I'm joined here by DB. We're having a blast casting these matches so far, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we were having a blast. The rivalry between all these teams so far has just been outstanding.
Yep. No, I mean, the first game, again, as close as it gets.
They're just not letting each other get away. They're just hugging on to each other's ankles when it comes to the ground balance right so far.
Yeah, and so we'll see how the second one goes. I mean, we have Luxury versus HorizoN. HorizoN definitely kind of, the leaders, like, they're pretty much top 3, I'd say, in Standoff 2 performances. Also, they were the top team in 2021. For 11 months, they were the top team in Standoff 2. So, Luxury, they're gonna have no easy game here. They're gonna have to prove themselves against the best. But I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense because Luxury, they lost their first game. Then yesterday, they won against Lycoris, and they seemed really good against Lycoris. Just everything that you need, that you have on the checklist for being a good pro team. The individual skill, team play, the mental fortitude to keep going when you're kind of losing. They had that. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to keep up the same spirit, against HorizoN. Now here, we see the maps. No Sandstone again. I'm guessing Zone 9.
Like
yes.
Repeat.
We got a complete repeat 9. Here. Yeah, it seems like Sakura and Zone, they're just so far ahead in terms of getting picked. Like Rust and we haven't seen a single Sandstone. I really wanted to see Sandstone, to be honest, but maybe that's something for the finals. Again, it could be a case of teams picking this map when the opposition least expects it. Now Rust, not going to see any Rust today. We did see, I think, one Rust game yesterday. And then Breeze, we've only seen like one Breeze game. So yeah, no Breeze for now. But again, just a complete repeat, not even a switch, and kind of the order these maps go in is just going to be Sakura and then Zone 9 once again. Zone 9 so far. We've seen Zone 9 in every single best of 2 so far. This is the 6th time that we see Zone 9. Like literally every single one. There's a Zone 9 in there.
Well, I guess it's one of the most sought after esports maps out there, I guess. It's the only way I play it.
I mean, it does make sense, right? Like Zone 9 is very, very fun to watch. And there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. There's a lot of different ways how you can approach the A-bomb side of things, how you can approach the B-bomb side of things. But I'd like to see a little bit of Breeze, I'd like to see a little bit of Sandstone. And again, I feel like, because Sandstone is getting banned every single time, like one team could just pick Sandstone, and that would, I feel like, just completely throw off the opposition, right? Because Sandstone, like, it doesn't get picked, which means that teams either think that the opposition is better on it, or they are bad on it. Like, they simply don't want to play it. So how about, hear me out, how about you get really good if your team, listen, this is Twist giving the professional advice, this is Twist giving the professional advice to teams, right? You pick Sandstone, you get really, really good on Sandstone, and then when the opposition doesn't ban it, you pick it, and then you just demolish them because you've been practicing it for like a month or 2 months. Like, you got to do this before like the next minor or major, but you've been practicing it for a long time, and the opposition simply has not. But I mean, we're not going to see that, at least not for now, because it's Sakura. The complete repeat of maps is here. So Sakura to start us off here. Luxury versus HorizoN. HorizoN being the leaders in this matchup, but we'll see if they're the leaders after this matchup. Now, Luxury do find themselves on the CD side, so maybe a little bit easier for them to start. But we'll see how easy it is to finish.
Yeah, a little curious on RevialGG over there. Is him being separated by choice, or is there reason behind that?
I think he's just scouting out for kills. Like oftentimes it's smart on the T side to send one player to kind of play the role of the lurker. Like he's just playing the lurker role, trying to see what openers he can get. Perhaps if HorizoN want to enter A, he could make some noise on B to kind of hold off some CD players on that B bomb side of things. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Full drop, he is gonna move in, and well, there's nobody on site, so the bomb plant might go down. We're potentially looking at a 5v5, maybe turn this into a 4v5 retake, because the bomb goes down, it is a 5v5, and the first kill is found. RevialGG and Invi together taking down Flagsies. That's a big player to take down, and so RevialGG, his position is known, but they don't want to peek. Oh, that timing is so bad there. That's
I think this is the first time I've ever actually seen an entire team with something in their name.
Yeah, maybe that's a sponsor. I'm not quite sure what Bull Drop is. I would guess it is a sponsor. But it seems like whatever it is, it's helping them because they are getting their first round on the board. Now here, once again, is the promo code if you want a free skin in Standoff 2. If you're quick enough, if you have what it takes, it does take a little bit of skill, or at least, speed, just typing in the code. Then you can get a free skin in Standoff 2. We will be throwing out these promo codes throughout. We've been throwing them out throughout the first 3 days. We've been throwing them out today, and we'll keep doing it. So, just be ready. Have perhaps a second device opener, just something to make sure that you can type it in quickly enough.
Just hopefully nobody's out there using 5-6 devices with 5-6 different accounts. That's, like I keep saying, that's just mean.
Yeah, that is a pretty mean thing to do. But another mean thing to do is just get headshots, especially on if you have a USP. Like, come on, dude, I have a USP. Like, just at least kill me in the body. But no, they're just gonna take headshot after headshot after the headshot. That FAL seems like it's super good for connecting headshots for whatever reason. That's probably the player's skill, but still. They're getting HorizoN are just moving in. They saw what Luxury did yesterday against Lycoris. They just said, nope, yeah, you can try and do that against other teams. You're not gonna do that against us. We are HorizoN. We are the best team, or at least we're the best team in Standoff 2. And we want to take that title back. We want to take that title back from RGG, from Revile, who have been really good, who won the LAN. We don't want them to continue the reign. We're taking this game. So Luxury, so far a shutout, but I mean, we're only 2 rounds in. And another code. This is why I told you got to be ready, because, normally it takes a few rounds between the codes, perhaps even a game. This time,
yeah, it even
code after code.
Us sometimes.
Exactly. So just be ready. Be ready to go at any moment. Keep one eye out for the code, the other one on the crosshair of the players, I guess. But Luxury, they have their final right. They have their first rifle round here. So let's hope, at least for their sake, that they're able to play it a little bit better than it started off here.
Yeah, the weaponry is officially allowing the players to do what they want. But looking at Luxury's cash, they might want to hold off on the whole shock and awe tactics.
Ooh, Carousel, he takes down Snore, so that's good for HorizoN. And another one, the bomb also goes down. Shogsy, now he is able to find a frag there. So once again, an equal playing ground. Shogsy gets another one on Necro. Oh, this is big. This is getting intense. Now a 2v3 situation. Now the bomb is down, and it is planted for that long range denial there. But Luxury, they have 3 players. They have 1 flash, so that might come in handy. The flash does come in, and Flagsies does get 1, so only Exice now left alive. His position is known. He's able to get 1 kill, but Shogsy finishes him off. Is there enough time to defuse? Yes, there is. Randy, there you go. He gets the MVP for defusing the bomb. And Luxury, as soon as it gets those rifle rounds, we see this time and time again. The team that normally takes the pistol, yes, they might be able to take the next round, but as soon as it gets to those rifles, the tides shift more often than not, and the opposition just kind of comes back, and that's great to see, because ultimately, like, we don't really have favorites. I might have maybe 1 or 2 teams that I'd like to see. Usually it's the underdogs. I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for underdogs, but still, I want to see a close game. I feel like most people, unless they're like incredibly supportive of one team, they want to see at least a close game, and that's exactly what we're getting here. Same as the first best of 2.
Yeah, these games so far have been really interesting. There hasn't been a whole lot of, any really real strategies going from round to round. course, that's what you're supposed to do in this situation is change it up every round or two.
Yeah, that kind of depends on the IGLs. You know, sometimes one strategy is so overpowered that there's simply no counter for it for a while, or the other team just doesn't figure out what strategy you're using. That's the best case scenario, honestly. If you're using a strategy that works, but also it's hard to understand what's going on. That's usually happening on the CD side of things. But I mean, HorizoN, they found themselves on the A bomb side. Once again, they have the plan down. So now it's a 4v5 situation. And Luxury, they're gonna have to do a lot. I mean, that's a good start, but Flagsies does go down. So they're trading kill for kill, kill for kill, kill for here, kill here. It's a 2v3, turned 1v2, so Shogsies, I mean, it is good, but is there enough time? Yeah, it's running real low in Shogsies.
It might be time to save the weapon.
Exactly, there's only time for saving the weapon, or is there? He's just gonna push in. He doesn't care, okay, Shogsies.
It looks like he was going for the weapon save, technically.
Never let them know your next move. It seemed like he was saving, and he was like, nah, let me take one last peek, one last gander at that bomb site. So he throws a smoke, doesn't even, you know, take the defuse to maybe fool HorizoN just for the fun of it. But, I mean, Carousel does go down from the bomb there, so that's kind of good. Maybe that's what he was aiming for, you know, making sure that both players don't evacuate from the site, and they kind of have to be a little bit paranoid about him, you know, defusing at the last second there, so kind of gets a kill without even shooting. That's pretty smart there. That was his intention there. But HorizoN, they find themselves on the third one on the board here, and that's good because, you know, winning your first rifle rounds oftentimes is as hard as winning your pistol rounds, you know?
Yeah. That's why I guess winning those rounds makes the biggest difference, especially like right there, Clutch just wall banged with a pistol very easily, it looked like.
Yeah, Flaxy's he's been very solid. From what we saw from him yesterday was really good. So we'll see if he's able to do that. You know, if it was a one star wonder or one hit wonder, or you know, if he's actually able to continue that. Oh, look how close they are. They're both taking peeks, but it's a game of peekaboo pretty much going on here.
It's always funny to see people playing ring around the rosy and just kind of trying to catch each other, but yet no one's showing each other. They know exactly where everybody is, apparently.
Yeah, they're trying to wallbang it, but I mean, there's a reason why those crates are for metal. They're not really something that you can wallbang here. So once again, they're trying to check their peaks here. Nothing's really going on. So Necro, he just evacuates out from there. He knows where the other player is, but he's just getting 210s for him or a different strategy. Oh, what is that shot? Again, we saw that in the first match at the perfect time. Getting the wallbang headshot there.
Yeah. And right there is a prime example of, for these penetrable walls, how many does a bullet go through? Or how many people does it go through before they say it's enough?
I think the damage drop-off depends on what surface you're trying to wallbang. I think on
these paper walls I would expect there to be almost no to none actual damage drop-off.
I mean, there definitely is some, but yeah, I don't think it's that big of a percentage, probably below 50. Anyways, Snorix, he's trying to play around the smoke. You know, the smokes normally create new angles, and if you're a little bit smart, you can find ways how to use and abuse those new angles. Unfortunately for him, he's not able to do that. So, Luxury, they're holding on strong. It seemed like as soon as those rifle rounds started, HorizoN were just, you know, finding their pace and finding their stride, but actually Luxury are the ones who seem to be pretty dominant on them. Now, granted, HorizoN are only on pistols, so I mean, this is kind of a freebie round for them. But nevertheless, it's a 3v3, you know, against HorizoN, one of the best teams.
Yeah, this really comes down to who has the better aim, and when you're entering a space, I'll just call it, which angle do you point at? Because there could be multiple angles pointed at you. And it's... I can't think of any words for it. It's a random thought. where do you choose? Do you go to the left, or just run in there like an idiot?
I guess it depends on kind of your state of mind in that moment, maybe a bit of on your emotions, maybe even your intuition, you know. Oftentimes when you play in these high-level games, it's like you don't know what the best choice is, but there's something in your gut, you know, there's just something telling you, I should peek left first, I should check this. Like, it's oftentimes you can't logically, you know, figure out why you think that way, but it's probably just from experience, you know, knowing kind of how things go. You know, something in that round beforehand lets you know that it's time to peek left, and oftentimes your
Yeah.
intuition or your gut is right. So yeah, it does depend. Some players play completely off of intuition, and oftentimes their choices seem very illogical, but they work, and those are kind of the worst kind of players to come up against, because it seems like they have a counter for everything that you come up against. But oftentimes you have those very kind of pedantic players that just very logically check every angle, do everything right, and I mean that works as well. It really does depend on the playstyle. However, HorizoN, I don't know if they're using intuition. I don't know if they're using just, you know, pedantic and angle checking tactics, but it's working because they're able to find some players here, but actually Luxury bring it back quite quickly, although
Ooh.
Envy, he's going to be able to find two there and just finish it off.
Yeah, and then this again for the terrorist side. Do you actually need to get your full kit every time? Because Reason doesn't have the cash for it.
I do feel like, you know, it's kind of
Yeah,
wasted sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, do you constantly get the full set? Or do you wait until you get hit a certain amount of money you have?
I mean, I think it depends, right? Like in some rounds, if you have all the money, like why not go for it? But definitely, I've seen, at least in my opinion, many times where they kind of waste the money on, you know, 5 diffuse kits, where they theoretically could just go for 2, and you know, kind of see how that one goes. Anyways, Necro, he's trying to open up this bomb site, but he doesn't know about the player on the left side there. He might get completely overwhelmed. Yeah, they're playing it very smart here. They're playing it in a way where, you know, if one player on the CD side in the long range area there spots him, then the other one can, you know, peek and just overwhelm him. So that is very smart by Luxury. Unfortunately, we don't actually see that play come to fruition because they're going to move towards that B bomb side of things.
Yeah, it might be it might be the better option to double back to B right now. For the pure reason, let me see here, that Necro might have fooled Rendy, well, maybe not anymore, but Enki here into thinking there's might be someone coming. And I just noticed they are pretty positive they're going for B now. Because the bomb has been planted. And a lot of chaos.
A lot of chaos, but Randy, he's trying to make some sense from that chaos, and he's doing it pretty well. He got a double already. Now the defuse is coming in. He's just gonna stick it, or is he? Oh, that is smart. Actually, I think maybe just sticking it would have been smarter in this decision. That smoke doesn't come in fully, but Randy, what is that?
Oh, nice.
What is that coming in from Randy? That's a quad retake. I want to see this one again. I definitely want to see this one again. He gets one frag, then chugs the nade and just tells someone, eat this. And, you know, he gets the frag with the nade. And then when it's the 2v2, you know, he throws a very good set of utilities. That smoke could have landed better, but still, a good set of utilities.
Yeah.
Fakes the defuse. That defuse baits out both players on the side of HorizoN. And once they're baited out, he just finishes them off. So, such a crazy play by Randy there. That's exactly what you want to see if you're on the side of Luxury. Once again, it seems like even though HorizoN, they might have the better team play to actually, you know, get on the site and hold it. Once it comes to individual skill, some of these players are just absolutely insane in some crucial moments of rounds here.
Yeah, this type of gameplay, as in the search and destroy, bomb defuse, the moment the bomb goes down, team play comes into motion. But until that point, you can get away with doing both.
Yeah, oftentimes there's just no solution in terms of team play to one player just, taking heads, just being quicker on that flick, just tapping heads, just tapping away.
Yeah, these teams, it takes one person to wipe them out because we've seen it before. Flappy. Yeah, we'll be talking about that until the tournament's over with. Probably even past that. I would absolutely hate these people that have to, that they either hire or whatever to find these angles that they use for these nades.
I think it's more of like one person finds it, and oftentimes, like actually with these nade lineups, like teams don't share it with other teams, but then they eventually find out anyways. So it theoretically only takes one player to find that lineup, and then enough time for it to kind of become mainstream. But yeah, it definitely is a very time consuming task where you just have to find different angles, try out different stuff, see if maybe if this pixel doesn't work, let me try the pixel, seven rows to the left, maybe this pixel will work. Oh no, it didn't work. So yeah, definitely does take some time. But what doesn't take time is for Luxury to show that they are definitely here to contend. They're definitely here to at least try to take over HorizoN and cause another upset, make this day 2 upsets in a row, because Luxury has been playing extremely well in this game, I'd say. On the CD side, we saw this by Randy. This is a nice double, right?
Quad.
Yeah, that's a nice double, but for those who didn't watch, a few minutes ago, he actually got 2 more in that retake. So Randy, that was an absolutely crucial round for him. And I mean, that has taken Luxury to 5. So once again, pistol rounds super important, especially when it only goes to first to 10. Like, if you can win both pistols, that's like 4 rounds. Like, that's like half of the rounds you need to get, right? Because why am I saying 4? Pistols are only 2. Well, yeah, but if you win your pistol, then you most likely win the next round as well. So pistols are super important. Both teams know it. Let's see which one are actually able to come out on top. Now, Luxury are able to plan, but very, very low. Because of that, Anki does go down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Bull Drop does take down Randy. Yeah, so no clutches coming in from him anymore. 3v5 flashes are coming in, and that's very big by Snore. That almost equalizes the playing fields here once again. He's getting naded, and there you go. The double does come in. So now a 2v2. Make it 1v2. Zeiss, there's nothing he can do. Oh, that is not something that you want to let slip if you're on the side of HorizoN. It was a 3v5, and they lost it 0-2. So that means that 3v5, after that 3v5, on the scoreboard, 4 players died on the side of HorizoN, only 1 on the side of Luxury. So that's just a huge choke, if I may. That was just not what you want to see. Here, Snorix, first one to open it up, and then a double catches off Envy, who is completely unsuspecting. Flagsies as well, taking down another, and that's just a shutout from Luxury. And here you go. This is why it's so important, right? Because if you win the pistol, you pretty much win the next round as well. Look at the buy on Luxury. Then look at I can't even say buy. There's literally no buy on HorizoN. None of them have bought anything. Oh, actually, except for Zeiss, who has an FS. But come on, that's $500 on 5 heads. That's like $100 from each player, right? So, yeah, Luxury, they're just looking to take this round quickly.
There's one thing in all of these games that actually surprises me a lot. You cannot give each other money. I've always thought if that was in a game, it'd be absolutely epic, but also absolutely broken.
Yeah, I kind of agree. That would completely change the game dynamic. Like, if you could do that, then I think we'd see a lot less eco rounds and a lot more like half buys or, forces. What you can do in some games is like buy a weapon for, your teammates. So that somehow, works out a little bit. But it's definitely not the best thing.
Yeah, but like Standoff 2 here, where you got to buy the defuse kit. If you don't got enough money when you're buying it, you're pretty much left without one. In the moment the bomb goes down and you're in a, just like this situation, a one-on-one. If you don't have that defuse, there's no reason for it.
Well, it seems like Reason doesn't need a reason to just clutch out this game. He doesn't need a reason to buy a defuse kit. Even though he doesn't have a defuse it, he's on low HP, he's able to complete it. How did they lose it?
Kit to actually defuse.
How did they lose this round? I mean, I guess this from Exice made all the difference. Literally the only gun being bought made all the difference in the round, because that FS took two crucial frags that were pretty much all that matters, right? So yeah, so HorizoN, this is not a round they should have had any business in winning, but they do. 4 USPs, so no buy, and then FS somehow is better than P90s and pretty much rifles.
Yeah, this is getting interesting, everybody. These two teams are just going at it so far. Again, with the whole, I'm going to grab onto your ankle. These angles are just nice, though, in this Sakura map here.
Yeah, I feel like Sakura is definitely one of those maps where, you know, you can perhaps die sometimes just looking at the scenery. It's a really beautiful map. I like the color palette. I just like everything about it pretty much. So it's definitely fun to see. You know, with the amount that we see Sakura being played, yeah, I am not complaining, to be honest. I think some maps are, let me just say, not as pretty, to not give a backhanded compliment there. Some people are saying that HorizoN will really come back and win on the CD side. At least, you know, I take a peek at the chat ever so often. But, I mean, I would say Luxury, they still have a chance. They definitely didn't want to lose that pistol round. I have no idea how they're, like, how is it possible to lose? I mean, I saw how it's possible, but still, like, they had no business in losing that round. But it actually looks like they're not doing too well on their own pistol round, on their own eco round, because here it's 3v4. Now, Exice is on site, and he is ready to take heads. The bomb is down as well. So that kind of makes things easier for HorizoN, but I'd say Luxury still have a decent chance. The only problem is there's only 25 seconds on the clock, so Luxury have to move really fast. And oftentimes when you move fast with pistols, you just get
nice
murdered.
For Exice with a grenade, but he's denied by Shoxy. It's just one of those opportunities. You either go for the bomb plant or you try to search them out. And every so often, that search them out backfires big.
I mean, I have no idea why these eco rounds are getting as close as they are, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's... Like, it's just... It seems like the rifles, most of the time, when they get the kill, it's like one-shot headshot. So how does it happen when you're against pistols? And with pistols, we usually see, like, at least 5 shots. How does it happen when these pistols, you know, somehow oftentimes get the upper hand? It's weird. It's definitely weird to see. Also, Luxury, they're completely switching up their playstyle here. They're pushing in. What is that coming in from Randy? Randy is just so good at this stuff. Oh, some people are having... Never mind. We are back. We are back, and Luxury is back. They are back in terms of their rounds here. They're getting probably this one as well. I mean, it's a 4v5. That smoke might be big. Like, if they're able to just have the bomb in the smoke and try to stick it, that might be very good for them, but they're losing players quickly here. Randy, that was such an insane kill for him to open it up, and Flagsy is just gonna close it down. The shop is closed. The pool is closed. Luxury, they're up on 7. HorizoN on 6. So 3 more rounds for Luxury to really just, you know, cause the opposite of their dreams. Just completely shock everyone in the audience here.
Yeah, although I am a little curious. Since HorizoN was good, so very, very good a couple of years ago, how many of those players stuck around for a Phoenix Rising?
That is a good question. HorizoN, definitely maybe they should rename from HorizoN to Phoenix Rising, because they are trying to rise from the ashes, you know. They were once at the top. In 2021, their best year, you know, 11 months in a row, the best team in Standoff 2. And then something happened, and not the way that I wanted it to happen. 2022, not really their year, but now 2023, opening up with this with this minor.
Exice with that double fucking shotty there. Holy shoot.
Yeah, that's a very big double. That completely changes the outcome of the round. Luxury, they're on two players here, Flagsies and Anki. We haven't seen that much from Anki yet, and I'm not trying to insult him. I'm just saying, you know, in this particular match, his KD maybe isn't the best. He's 4-11. So this would be the best way for him to redeem himself. This would be the best way to prove that, you know, even if you're having some bad rounds, it doesn't mean you have to have a bad game. And in this 2v3 situation, Luxury, this round would mean so much for them. So let's hope that Anki is actually able to, you know, find at least one kill. If he finds one, I wholeheartedly believe that Flagsies can find the other two. So Anki, this is on you, man. Can you do it? He does spot one, but that is unlucky. Fair enough. Sometimes you're just having one of those games.
Necro with the double.
Yeah, where everything just goes unlucky. He peeks the angle and the timing is not there. Necro is checking his direction and just kind of catches him off guard, you know. So I'm not even sure if he saw him. Like it was kind of on the corner of his screen on a very much an alpha angle position. So Anki does go down, and I mean, once again, all equal here. And now HorizoN, they kind of have the advantage. Because Sakura is a CD-sided map, as you know, most maps are, Luxury, they're kind of fighting an uphill battle here. Maybe it doesn't show in the round balance, but it definitely shows in the respective teams that, in the respective sides that these teams are playing on.
Yeah, I've noticed in a lot of these matches so far, it really does depend on either being the terrorist or counter-terrorist to whether or not you can be decent in a match. Or whether you can bring it back or not.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, sure. Envy, though, he's gonna put Randy to sleep. Randy goes down. And Luxury, they don't really have the best fighting chance in this round. When you, again, just like when you're on those Tech 9s. If you're not super quick...
He just took out almost the entire team.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. That's why there's a term eco-fragger, you know? The guy who maybe has like 12 kills, but 8 of those kills are against pistols. Because, well, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do that. If you have a rifle and the opponents have pistols and they don't have luck or timing on their side, they can just do this. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay Envy. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. And then he knows where the last one is. Boom. Instant headshot on Shogsy. We've seen a lot of those today. That was such a good play from Envy there. He's just going big. He's just showing up. And now he's the leader in terms of kills. He's sharing that top fragger spot together with Exize. They've had a phenomenal game so far, and they're looking to extend that lead. You know, they're finally up. It was all, you know, drawn, and ooh, that's such a good flash. Envy, the man who did everything last round, not even able to do a single thing this one. But RevialGG, he comes in with a double headshot, triple headshot to completely shut off Luxury here. So a 2v3 situation, Randy and Shogsy, the only two players left alive. And I mean, it's going to be hard. The bomb is on site. That's the biggest problem. HorizoN, they don't have to stay on A bomb site anymore. They don't have to wonder, are they going A, are they going B? They know if they can just secure the bomb and stay on the B bomb side of things, they're going to win it. They're going to win it, or, you know, the players at least are going to peek. They're going to walk in their crosshairs. So Shogsy has to do so much here, so many different angles to check. They're choosing to retake this from kind of the B-long area side of things. So Shogsy, I don't think his position is spotted, so he might catch at least one player here, at least somewhat off guard. Looks like players are not looking towards his direction. And look at that, Luxury make the call to actually move in two people at the same time together.
Like Randy might be giving them positions.
Oh, you might spot this player here, but he's not really there to be spotted yet. Randy, however, this is such a cat and mouse game. They're moving around. Randy does spot one.
The moment he turned, the moment Cruz. Sorry if I butcher your names. I'm just going to say that now. The moment he turned around, the peak, which is probably the most worst time to turn around.
Yeah, and so HorizoN, they take it to 9. They are not going to let Luxury win this one. It was very, actually, really good positionings here, as we can see. That was smart to kind of, I don't actually know if that was that smart to kind of jump on the head there. But look at this, RevialGG. Those first two kills, they're nice. That third kill is just absolutely insane. Insane flick on the head there. And so, this is the way it goes. HorizoN, you know, they might let Luxury get a little bit ahead, but eventually they're gonna do what needs to be done. And the bomb is not even gonna get planted. He just gets sprayed down. Luxury tried to go with the fast approach once again, but HorizoN, they know this trick. They've seen it already, so they're just gonna shut off Luxury pretty much completely here. There you go, HorizoN on 10, Luxury on 7. I mean, it was a close game, but honestly, I'd say that HorizoN just looked way more dominant than Luxury in this game. In the first game that we saw, that was Saints versus Revile. We saw that, you know, Revile, it was 10-8, but it just seemed like way closer in terms of like every single round. Here it seemed like some rounds on the side of Luxury were won maybe off like a little bit of luck, or just, you know, kind of the way how things go. But HorizoN just looked so much more dominant. Like every single round, even if they didn't win it, it was close. Like every single round was very close from them. We did see some very good like individual performances from Luxury. For example, Randy, that 2v4 clutch, I believe, but he got 4 kills. He got 2,
Yeah.
And then another, you know, 1v2. So yeah, some good individual play coming in from Luxury, but overall the better team play definitely on the side of HorizoN here.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this Zone 9 right now. And so well, both of these teams have been playing so far. I'm getting a lot from both of them. Not 1v5 wins, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell here. Here are the highlights of the game that we saw. Again, this was a very good game in terms of if you just wanted to see raw aiming mechanics and just raw individual skill. This was definitely a game for you. We saw Randy most notably, but just like other players as well. Like these wallbangs, like some of them seem so crazy. Like sure they do have info, but they just look very pleasant to the eye. We can see Randy gets one, chugs the nade, perfect nade, gets another, and then finishes this off with a nice 90-degree flick, scoping in with the assault rifle. So big plays coming in from Randy. And then also Bull Drop, you know, he did get some nice frags, but overall, again, Luxury seems like they just didn't have that team play nailed down to the level that HorizoN did. So again, fair play, GG's to both teams, and we are going to get into our final game of today in the second best of 2 of things. Again, for people just turning into the stream, this is the second best of 2 of today. We are the 4th day of the group stage. And so far, HorizoN, Luxury, they're in different boats here. HorizoN has won one game, and I believe Luxury has won 1 and also lost 1. So it is different matchups. You know, HorizoN also definitely the favorites here in terms of just their play. So yeah, they should. My prediction is that they're also going to take Zone 9, because next one coming up is Zone 9.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any actual predictions. I'm just going to say I hope HorizoN wins this next. I'm going to say 6 in a row. I think if they can take 6 in a row, that they're maybe not. I want to say something, but I don't really know how to put it into words. So I would really love to see a 10-4 split, but I want to see that 4 on the board first.
Yeah, you want to kind of there to be, you know, mind games, like, you know, one team kind of taking it ahead, perhaps it being Luxury, you know, making HorizoN think that perhaps, you know, it's not all over, and then HorizoN just steamrolling them, you know, just getting 10 in a row, just completely obliterating the opposition. I mean, that would be fun for me. That would be a very interesting game. Like personally, I want to see them advance, you know, and get further away as well. Like I want to see Luxury, you know, as you said, like having, let's say, a scoreline of when the side switch happens, like let's say having a scoreline of like 7-2 or something like that, you know, just really pushing ahead. And so everyone's like, are they really going to do it? Are they going to come, you know, complete the comeback with their dreams? And then once the side switch happens, just a complete steamroll coming in from HorizoN. So I mean, we can hope for different things. We can just hope and pray. We'll see kind of how that goes.
Yeah, if we go by what we've seen so far, this is going to be very entertaining for us to yell about.
I mean, it most definitely will. I am hoping for a close game again. I do agree with your statement. Like, if we see HorizoN just, you know, opening up zone 9, like getting, I don't know, 5 in a row, like getting to that like 5-1 scoreline very early, like we pretty much all know how it's gonna happen. Like even the biggest fans of luxury probably deep down understand, yeah, you know, this is just HorizoN's kind of game. But if we see, you know, something really impressive coming in from luxury early on, I mean, I'm a believer. I like an underdog story and I want to see it. So, you know, I'm sure that if we can see that at first, you know, in the early stages of the game, then that actually will go the distance. Now, again, this is very important for luxury. Like, they lost their first game and then they won the second one against Lycoris yesterday. So I'd say here, if they lose against HorizoN, they're pretty much out. You know, you only have 3 games in the group stage, and if you lose 2 of them, that leaves you with 1 game that, you know, that they have won, but they really need 2 for them to be able to have a discussion, for them to be in the discussion pool of who goes to the finals happening on 25th and the 26th. I'd say that they definitely have to take this game, and it is, you know, it's definitely harder than before this best of 2, because now they're down, their morale is down, you know, the round difference is down, everything is down for them. So they're gonna have to find a way how to find themselves, you know, back in, how to find their way up.
Yeah, it's time for the team captain to bring up that speech, that one speech he's been preparing for the last 30 years or so, even before he was of his father's eye, to raise the morale of the team and just rally them to victory.
They need, like, the IGL needs to say something. Like, this is okay, sure, he needs to give the speech, but also I'd say, like, all the players just need to be super focused and super wired in, because honestly, like, I believe that a lot of the times people give too much credit to these kind of, like, it just looks good, it sounds good, like, oh yeah, everything was bad, and then just like kind of suddenly this IGL or someone gave this huge speech, and you know, we just came back, and so on and so forth. But I think in reality, it doesn't really happen like that all that often. I think a lot of the times it does come down to just like individual focus in every single round, because what we saw from luxury, I wouldn't say there were flaws, but like there were some rounds on players individually just they made a mistake, you know, they weren't that geared in. So I feel like if they can tap in and they can really focus on, you know, getting those frags, then we should be pretty good to go. Now again, this is the scoreline that we're looking at so far. HorizoN versus luxury esports. HorizoN on 1 and then luxury on 0. This means way more for luxury than HorizoN. So we're gonna have to see. Zone 9 has historically been a map where it is really close, so it's gonna be interesting to see if that streak kind of continues.
Yeah, and we've seen some absolutely insane plays on Zone 9 so far. You know, not just talking yesterday, because we saw some earlier too.
Yeah, I mean, Zone 9 is definitely a map where individual skill and individual prowess really comes into play here. And oh, RevialGG, he has spotted that player. So he's just going, no, I would not want to be Randy in that situation. 2 players shooting him, 2 chucking a nade as well, so he goes down. Luxury, they're looking at a retake situation here. That B bomb site is really favorited for teams on the pistols because it's very close range, right? Like if you go A, it's long range and it's kind of hard to entry long range with pistols. However, on B, you just rush in, you know, you take down Randy, you take down the B bomb side defender, and then you're good to go. And then you're good to go to deny the defuse here. Oh, what is that? Oh, I thought that was a triple, but Necro.
That's what I was expecting too, but I guess Necro did not allow it.
There. So HorizoN, nevertheless, getting the first one, and this is not what luxury want to see. They want, again, they want that early lead, because if HorizoN accelerate here, they get the second and the third without an answer. We know how it's gonna end. We do know how it's gonna end. So, yeah, luxury, they need to start winning these rounds as soon as possible. Now, it does seem like the smarter decision here is to just go for the full save. This time, there's only one defuse kit on Flag Z, so we haven't seen like a complete nothing getting bought round. But still, like luxury, they're pretty much giving this one away.
Well, at this point in time, it might be a better option just to give it away so you can afford your rifles next round.
Yeah, I definitely think that is smart. Maybe not something you want to do, but you know, it's smart. But look at this. HorizoN, that's a very smart play. This is actually smart. Envy takes on Flagsy. So they went B bomb site, and they understood that, first of all, probably all of them are eco, so that means that it's a stack. Like if we see 2 players, we're most likely to expect 3 more. And then they just went A. They know that everyone is on B, so it's a very smart decision to actually rotate over and go to A. Even though you have the advantage in terms of rifles, it simply is smarter. Like it's a win-win situation. If you spot like all of the players or know that all the players are most likely on B, you just go to the empty bomb site. You will 100% get the plan there. On the B bomb side of things, you know, most likely you will, but still, it's just smarter to go A.
Yeah.
So that's what HorizoN do here. So now we get into the rifle rounds, and Luxury, they have to make an answer as quick as and swift as possible. Otherwise, HorizoN, there's just going to be no way for Luxury to catch them, especially with being at a negative round balance here.
Yeah, I'm suspecting if HorizoN can get at least 3 more rounds, Luxury's Esports morale will be non-existent.
Oh, that's a very true statement.
Unless they can win one. At that point. At that, yeah,
I didn't even think about the mental aspect. Yeah, it's like you're down, just beaten and bruised, and then, you know, this game starts, and seems like, well, HorizoN, they have answers, but they don't have all the answers. Because Luxuries, this is exactly what they needed. HorizoN not able to find their way into the first rifle round, so the only one left alive is going to be Necro, and even though we've seen some good stuff from him, this requires more than good. This requires all-time great level.
Yeah, this and god tier reflexes and premonition skills. Maybe a fortune teller sitting next to you.
Yeah, he needs all the help that he could get in this round, but I think his position is known. He's even getting pretty fired.
Yeah, it's like Clutch is going for a... Well, was going for a backstab, but didn't work out. Definitely didn't work out there.
Yeah, Necro, he actually takes down 2, so I mean, there's unfortunately no time for the clutch.
Yeah, the time limit won't allow a win, but if they were off the bomb site, he could probably take 1 or 2 of them out. From the way he's been playing so far.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, so Necro, he's just gonna save the weapon there. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a valid attempt in terms of clutching, but it was definitely a very good attempt at actually saving the rifle. And the thing is, like, with Luxury, how they opened up this round, there wasn't really any chance for Necro to, you know, do anything here. So, the smartest decision you can make in this situation is this. Get 1, get 2, I like how slow motion this is, and then just save. And if you do that, that is more than enough. That is actually more than you know your teammates could have asked from you, because not only have you saved the weapon onto the next round and improved your team's economy, you're also somewhat destroyed the other team's economy, because now you've taken 2 rifles out of the game, and now they have to rebuy them. So theoretically, in that round, you've done like 10,000 in terms of like money differential. So it's very smart and very, you know, good play for Necro to do that. But seems like HorizoN, they're just not going to go A. They're hitting the B bomb site over and over and over again. And maybe it doesn't work all of the rounds, all of the times. But when it does, it does. So this time it kind of does. We'll see if they're able to push off the retake. Yeah.
This is getting a lot more interesting than I was expecting it to be. And
Zadrot, he does push in and get 2. Oh, and he actually does get refrag, and the third, a triple kill. And Randy to finish it off. Luxury, how are they doing this? That's such a crazy round coming in from Zadrot. He gets a double, right? And then he hugs the wall, reloads his weapon, and then gets the third. And meanwhile, on the other side of things, Randy gets a double as well. So now it's all equal again. And so far, Luxury have won all of the rifle rounds, so they're definitely looking to extend.
All right, everybody, and here comes another promo code. First come, first serve. I'm gonna just assume it's gonna be a beautiful weapon skin, because they normally are.
Yeah, you should definitely get some weapon skins. You know, use that code. See if you can perhaps get a weapon skin. I mean, you have to be quick. You have to be quick. But HorizoN, they also have to be quick here. They have to execute. Again, they're pushing B. 5 rounds in a row. They're just rushing B. That's such a weird strategy, but it works. How does Crucial get that
horrible
kill?
idea, in my mind, in esports, in any version of esports.
I mean, sure, but they're getting the plan.
One site.
You got to give them credit that, you know, they are getting the plans here. Oh, and that's a... How did he get that kill? That's interesting. Necro, however, once again left live. Last time he went big. This time, not so big. He gets taken down. He does get one pistol frag there. I do agree that it's a very unusual and unheard of strategy to just enter one side, but... I mean, they're getting the plans. They're not really that good on refusing the retake for the other team, but they're getting the plan. And you know what? When they went B side 5 times in a row, perhaps it's a lot more to do with the mental game, where it's like Luxury are thinking there's no way they're gonna do this for the 6th time, right? Like they've pushed it. It's got to be A this time. Like look at how Luxury are kind of grouping up. They're just they're going more towards the A side of things rather than B. But then it seems like HorizoN, they just want to go B once again. They simply want to go B. Now this time there are some players that are gonna scout out and see maybe A side is open for business. Maybe they can get some picks.
Right in.
Yeah, they're just kind of picking a slower pace here. We can see that. Was it Necro? He's gonna, I guess, play the lurk as well as Envy here. They're just gonna kind of stay around, see what they can find, see what they cannot find. But it seems like, yeah, once again, B bomb site. It is. Ooh, that flash. He is white for so many seconds. What is happening here? Zadrod is pushing in, but he's getting flash as well. That's such an unfortunate timing for him. So he goes down. Honestly, I respect the effort. I respect it. I respect the idea to actually be the one who pushes on the CD side, but
yeah,
didn't work out too well for them. So HorizoN entering B site 6 times in a row, 5 of them getting the bomb plant down. I mean, honestly, it's a strategy that seems like it's working. So they're just gonna keep doing the same thing.
If it's not broke, why fix it? Except for if you accidentally flash yourself.
Yeah, that is pretty broken. You do not want to do that. Excise the... Oh, they're defusing. They're just gonna defuse. Hold on. No, never mind. Never mind. They win it. That was close. We didn't see the diffuser, but I noticed that he was on the bomb for a while there. So I was thinking, you know, are Luxury gonna take it as HorizoN? But no, HorizoN player does peek, take down the diffuser, and so at least they do not let that one slip. Like that would have been a pretty sad round to concede. That definitely would not be
on the upsetting side.
Yeah, that would not bear well on their mental faculties there.
Yeah, because right now this is all mind games, especially considering how decent these games have been going so far. And Anki with a double, the reason that
double
HorizoN,
and all that HorizoN really can do is just go away. They do not want to give Envy. You know, sometimes you know someone is having a really good round, and you're like, okay, I'm just not going there. Like he's got a triple already, he's got a double already. I know that somehow this round is just written in the stars for him, so I'm just gonna pick a different location to go to. But seems like it doesn't really matter. Wherever you go, you're just gonna get a nice haircut here. Headshot connects, and so a 2v4 unfolds. Excise and Envy, the only ones left alive. Now, Envy does have YouTube in his name, so this would be a good time for him to get some clips, but it will be a lot to ask. Now, it's interesting to see. Sometimes when you drop the bomb at spawn, this happens. One player is already on site, but he has to kind of hold it off and just make sure that nobody enters and kind of retakes the site preemptively, because the bomb isn't even planted yet. Funnily enough, nobody is checking where Envy is. I have no idea. Like, why are they not checking there? Are they going to play retake? Like, what is happening here? Oh, and the smoke does come in, so the bomb plant also does come in. So now we're looking at a retake. Now, we've been in this situation before. We saw a crazy 1v5 from Fluffy yesterday in this exact situation in a bomb site retake. But, I mean, Envy, he ain't no Fluffy, I'm guessing. He ain't no Fluffy.
Well, we will see here very soon what the skill levels of these players are. This
I mean, the skill level has to be up there. Envy, the only one left alive now. A 1v4? Probably not. His position is known. The defuse is not coming in though, so he at least has time on his side, but there you go. That is complete as well. So Luxury, they are finally again in lead. But the problem is they lost the first game 7-10, right? So right now they have a negative round balance of 2 rounds. So not only do they have to win this, not only they have to win Zone 9, they have to win it with, you know, at least 4 rounds to actually win it. So yeah, we are really hoping here that, well, at least Luxury fans are. I'm just hoping for a close game, honestly, but
yeah.
I mean, Luxury on the CD side, they have to get some more rounds because it definitely is the easier side to play on. So, you know, until the half is in, I mean, this round and the next one. So if Luxury actually want to take this, we should be looking at a 6-3 scoreline once we actually do come into the half.
Yeah, it all depends on these next 2 rounds, but I'm not sure what HorizoN is doing here. You got Necro here. It looks like he's might be going over to A to lure. But then you got this entire other team going over to B again.
Oh, that is as clean as it gets. Necro, he finds the headshot there on Anki. Bye-bye, Anki. And now that means Luxury players, they can't rotate to B yet. Even though they might smell that it's a B execute. See, this is why it's so important to have one player that's lurking. If he gets the frag, it just completely obliterates defense now. Because they have to split. They still have to stay on A unless they see the bomb. Until they either hear the bomb going down or they see the bomb. They have to stay on both bomb sites. And I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. Luxury, they're just going to kill everyone. That was such a great opener for HorizoN, and somehow Luxury are just able to string together 4 kills on the kill feed there and just completely obliterate HorizoN. So, yeah, Luxury, even though it didn't look great for them at first, they're also looking to do what I said would be best for them, which is take the half. As you can see, this is the final round of first half. So they need to take this half 6-3 and then work off of that, probably win the pistol, and then, you know, they're looking at a 8-3 scoreline in the best case scenario.
Yeah. I guess Luxury had that motivational speech from their commanding officer here that got their morale so good they're in the zone.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we haven't really seen many timeouts being taken. Like, we saw them being taken a lot in day 1, and also, you know, some on day 2, but seems like the IGLs, they can just say what they need to say in the 15 seconds that there's the cooldown before the round starts, or whatever it is, whatever they're doing. It does not seem like they have any need for timeouts here. So HorizoN, they are definitely struggling a little bit on Zone 9. Now granted, they are on the T side of things, and generally Zone 9 is a CD-sided map, so you know that they will definitely have their chance on the other side of things. And also, they had that 3-round bonus, you know, that they're bringing in from the first match. So even though the score on the scoreboard right now is 5-3, since they have that 3-round bonus, since they win the first map 10-7, technically we're looking at a 6-5 scoreline going in the direction of HorizoN here. So, you know, Luxury are not even in lead in that sense yet. So Reason, he is gonna hold this angle here. Oh, but Randy, he just comes in, takes down Reason, no problem. I'm just gonna run and gun, get a clean headshot. And so HorizoN, even though they've planted the bomb, Luxury have been really good at these retakes. HorizoN have planted the bomb, I'd say, many times, but like 60-70% of the time, Luxury Esports, they're actually able to complete the retake. But seems like this time, that's not gonna happen. Unless Flaxies gets this 1v3, he does not. HorizoN takes him off, and takes him down, and that is HorizoN once again.
HorizoN just did what I was bringing up earlier. You got a double, but did that third kill count as a triple? That is a good question in my mind.
Yeah, I think like it was definitely a 3-kill round, but I think it was just a double and then a single kill there. Now, if we're looking at the scoreboard, oh, but what is going on the side of HorizoN? Reason is on 1, and then one of the players is double digits. So HorizoN, you know, they gotta at least find their individual strides. It seems like as a team they're holding on, but I'm sure like as soon as oftentimes this happens. Like as soon as that one player that's underperforming starts to perform, just everything goes your way because finally you're not playing like that 4v5 most of the time again. So
Yeah,
Horizon,
or well, I've seen teams that go. The first person gets 20 kills, then one guy on their team gets like 20 assists instead, and gets 0 kills because he's more a spotter than he is the actual gameplay.
I mean,
Speaking
sure,
of
again, like
gameplay, here's another promo code for you, everybody. First
yeah,
come,
type
first
it in.
serve. So if it
Be
don't
quick.
work, I am sorry for you.
Yeah, there definitely is like an aspect of, you know, kills are significant, but they're not that significant, you know, like if they're kind of close, if someone has 5 kills, someone has 8, like probably the guy who has 8, you know, he got some eco kills, he maybe got 1 or 2 kills off of good timing where he didn't actually have to contest in a gunfight, and so, you know, kills are not that important, but at the same time, if someone has 12 and someone has 1, you know, there is some kind of a difference, but obviously different factors as well, but oh god, what is this round? Luxury, there's just nothing they can do. It seems like on both maps they start on the CD
I'd like
side,
to see a
right? And we're
replay
like,
of that because I didn't see how many times Envy name popped up.
well, there's 1, there's 2, 3, and goes for the pistol to finish it off. That is a one way to finish off the round in style. So gets the
That is a
quad there.
prime example of a quad kill right there. Instead of wasting time with a reload, he switched to his pistol, which was very
Yep,
smart.
that's a quad. That's a quad coming in. Horizon, they're on 6. They're looking to just take Luxury 2-0. They're already winning in terms of round balance. Now they're winning this map as well. RevialGG is getting overwhelmed. Does get taken down. Necro is alive and gets a double on Zadrot as well. So now Anki versus Necro. Now this is a 2v2 situation. Luxury, they need this round so desperately. They need this round is everything for them.
Oh,
But Horizon, they just don't care. They're just gonna steamroll Luxury here. And so even if Luxury win the next 5 rounds in a row, the round balance is going to be the same because the first game ended 10-7. So Luxury are just in the worst possible spot to find themselves in. You are definitely not, because there's a promo code on the screen. If you want a free skin in Standoff 2, or at least have a chance to get it, you have to be quick. Enter it in game, you know, screenshot it, write down the code, whatever it is, whatever it takes to get the code in the game as quickly as possible. Do that, and, well, you'll get a free skin. Yeah, Luxury, 5 rounds in a row, predictions?
I would rather not predict because I'd rather not put my curse on anybody.
I'm gonna go for a nope. I think, oh boy, oh look at that. Just ends as quickly as it started. So, yeah, Horizon, they're on 8. I mean, there's 2 more rounds for them to go to win this map, but ultimately they don't care. Honestly, they could just go for knife kills only for the rest of this game because they've won. They've won in terms of round balance. They, you know, the first game, they won 10-7. So in this game, they only need to get 8 rounds and they're golden and they're good. And well, they've done that. So, you know, they could go for some crazy, like insane. They could do anything really. They could try out new strats. They could go for like knife only, but I guess like they're not gonna be that disrespectful to the opposition here. So just a normal round ahead of us. Seems like Luxury are gonna go for that A-bomb side of things, or actually, you know, they might get a glimmer of hope. Reason takes down Flagsies, and Luxury, they are looking to plant the bomb here, so that is coming in. And now one of those retakes just did a switch. Luxury were actually quite decent at retaking the bomb site whenever Horizon planted. Let's see if we can say the same about Horizon.
Yeah, this is getting interesting because at this point, it's not actually a do we go for the win or do we just not really care? Do we try some new? Do we try the new strategies now and we don't have to worry about it, or something else?
Yeah, I mean, Horizon here, they it seems like it's so easy for them, right? Like the first game, it was actually close, but also like even though the score might have been 7-10 on the first game, it seemed like HorizoN were just better. But on Zone 9, I mean, normally we see close games. This one is just HorizoN just dominating, man. Like, sure, Luxury might have had a round here or there, but HorizoN seem like a strong team right now. Especially with how Luxury played yesterday against Lycoris. I was really expecting them to, bring the fire and bring the heat and really, show up big time against HorizoN and even perhaps,
Yeah.
try to take it. But here, it just seems like either HorizoN are really good or Luxury are just not performing up to par. And honestly, I'd say it's both. Like Luxury, what I saw from them, I'd say they're playing worse today than they were playing yesterday in terms of just individual skill. And then also, HorizoN are just playing exceptionally well. Like the type of standoff too that they're playing here is not really something that you see every single time, even at the highest levels of competition like this minor. So yeah, props to HorizoN for doing what they're doing. Like look at this, like everyone is just so tapped in, everyone is just so on point. They don't make any mistakes, and it's really hard to beat a team that's not making mistakes.
Yeah, but for that team that's not making any mistakes, they're up against another team that's not making any mistakes. What's called a mistake? It all comes down to who sees who's first, and who gets that first. Well, in this place, do you throw the bomb to other players, or do you want to go for the bomb yourself?
Well, the bomb goes down one way or another, and so it is a 3v4 situation where Luxury, they can try, but it really will, even if they do it, it really won't prove like of any significance to them. Just like RevialGG, he doesn't even allow that to happen. He just wants to finish the map and, go home. But Luxury, somehow they're able to turn this 3v4, turned 1v2 completely on its head and just win it out. So they are still holding on, they're at least still getting that round balance, which actually fair enough. I'm not sure what the standings in the group are, but there is some paradise world, dream world at least for Luxury, where even though they've pretty much lost 2 games and won only 1, because of round balance and because of other teams' results, it really depends on other teams' results. I think there is a world where they are still able to qualify for the finals. So it does kind of make sense to me why they are like getting these rounds. But at the same time, I feel like even if they got like 9 rounds here, even if they won the game here, I think the chance of them actually qualifying is just very, very slim, because they need like 2 or 3 different matches in their group to weigh the way that they desire to, actually qualify. So, I mean, props to Luxury. Like, actually, props to Luxury. I feel like lesser teams, when they know that they've lost in terms of the round balance, I feel like lesser teams might have just left the lobby or, like started griefing, just like started doing something that's unprofessional. But Luxury, huge props to them. They're staying professional. They're staying on it. They're staying at that pro level until the last minute.
Yeah, which is extremely good sportsmanship. Because I've always been a big fan of the teams that do not say the whole "screw you guys, I'm going home." Or to those points.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that that sportsmanship, that the fact that it doesn't really matter how the outcome goes. It's just that you need to show that in the next competition you probably can do something. So Luxury here, they are up on 6, looking for this last round. But I mean, it's a 1v5 turned 1v4. Shoxy, nice headshot flash kill there. He's trying to retreat, but this is pretty much over. Like, his position is known. He's just gonna push through the smoke. He doesn't care. He pushes through the smoke, gets shot by both RevialGG
that's
and
a prime example of a YOLO moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was like any reason for him to actually like go for that 1v5. Like, even if he wins it, they've lost. So he was just like, you know what? If it works, it works. Normally it doesn't, but let me just try to get 1 and then just push through the smoke. If I'm somehow able to get like 2 kills, well, at least that's going in the clip montage, if not anything else. So yeah, it's great to see that Like these type of games are possible, but honestly, the first match was way more entertaining for me to watch. Like, this one was fine. Like, as we see in the individual skill, it's cool. Like, it's cool. Like, Zadrot here coming in with some nice skills, like some nice refrags, some nice retakes, just overall some nice gunplay. But the problem is that we kind of saw from the beginning of this match which direction is going to go, and that was the direction of HorizoN. And so, like, with them winning the first game pretty confidently with that +3 round balance as well, it was pretty much over before it even really started. Luxury were just not able to find their pace and not able to find their way quickly enough, and with a big enough round difference to where it would actually be believable they would win. They were doing very good on that CD side of things, though. As we saw there, they were doing really good, but once it switched to the T side, once they were actually the ones that had to push in, everything changed. And I mean, the same happened on Sakura. Seems like Luxury, they're decent at holding their angles and just, you know, retakes actually something they're really good at, just like retaking bomb sides. But once it actually goes to the T side of things, or you have to be more, have to have more team play, have to have more utility usage, have to have more different strategies of opening bomb sites, it kind of just all fell flat. And so HorizoN were able to take the second map as well, making it 2-0 in the series, you know, popping off with a pretty nice round balance there as well. I believe they have like a +7 or something round balance. So, you know, overall very, very dominant performance by HorizoN. And even though Luxury had their moments, they just didn't have their game.
Yeah, this actually did not exactly go as well as I was expecting for Luxury. I was expecting a whole, at least one 10-9. But I guess my thoughts were wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Luxury looked really, really dominant yesterday, so I kind of expected them, you know, after their performance against Lycoris, where they just seemed like they were on it. It just seems like it just seems like they were able to do stuff, right? But in the second game, it just all kind of fell flat, and it did start in the first game. Now, one exciting thing that we did see is for the first time, somehow, it's a 1v1. It's a 1-to-1 best of 2. I don't know how, but with this day 4 finishing, and there have been like eight best of 2s being played, 7 of them have been 2-0. And again, even though the rounds have been close in those individual maps, it seems like when it comes to the actual game, somehow, you know, somehow just one team is able to take both maps in a row. So that was quite interesting to see. The first game was definitely like the better one in my opinion, just closer, just, you know, more fast paced, should I say. Just everything was, you know, the ante was higher in pretty much everything in the first game. But, you know, the second one also, there were some moments like Randy, it comes to mind, on the side of Luxury, just getting that quad kill. But yeah, those have been great games so far. I believe tomorrow and then the day after that we'll have the last 4 games of the group stage. So, you know, we'll have 4 more best of 2s to watch here. We can see tomorrow we see DeathOrGlory against Absolute. So we haven't really seen Absolute play that much. I think this is their second game we're going to watch, so it's exciting to see. They lost their first game against RevialGG. So, you know, both DeathOrGlory and Absolute need wins. DeathOrGlory have lost 2, and Absolute have lost 1. And then it's going to be HorizoN versus... what is this team? That just doesn't immediately pop into my mind. But the other team... I was going to
say, I'm drawing a blank.
We have Lycoris. So it's StreetEight. It's StreetEight versus HorizoN. This is going to be the second game of tomorrow. And so far, StreetEight has had like a mixed performance, but HorizoN, I mean, we just saw how dominant they looked. So it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for StreetEight. Now, these times are in CET, that's Central European Time Zone. So, you know, just if you're from different region, just type, what you can do is go on Google and type in the time. So like type in, let's say 14, so that's 2 o'clock, and then type in CET, and Google will automatically give you what time it is in your country's time. So you don't even have to like think, you don't need to use any math, you can just like type it in and it gives you like your time. So that's a little tip that I've picked up to actually show up these, you know, these games.
That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Yeah, you can do that to, you know, arrive here for tomorrow. Other than that, we are pretty much finished with the day here. I think it was some good games, definitely some good, nice clips that we saw from some players. Rewatch the highlights that we have here between the matches if you missed some of them. But tomorrow will be very interesting because it actually gets those late stages of the group where like every single game, but for the fact every single round matters because it could come into that round balance of who actually makes it to the finals, who don't. Other than that, we are finished here. I think it was fun. I think it was definitely fun to cast these games. We're looking to do the same tomorrow. As always, I've been Twist, and with me has been DB.
Yep. It's been a very enjoyable day so far, so see you tomorrow.